Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing?
So now I got a couple guys chasing me down the road here.
Man, sorry. Let me turn the volume down on this guy right here. Give everyone a couple seconds to get in here for a minute. I'm not even sure. Let me see what's going on over here.
I'm gonna take a second here, everybody, while they're distracted. I'm gonna get some water. One second. Let's get something to drink.
All right, we got some people jumping in here. So, just to let you guys know what's going on. So, again, I'm just hanging out. So it's Wednesday night, doing nothing really. Just kind of doing my thing. And I got a prompt notification that there was this, a candlelit vigil. There was an event happening in downtown Seattle. So I hopped in to check it out, and it turned into a black bloc situation where you got people marching. Right now we've got this is Primetime Patriot right now, which is a dude, local cat. We've run into him a couple times.
My pathway.
I had to jump in here and kind of like put a moment on this to let you guys know what's going on, because people keep asking me, like, why aren't you down there? Why aren't you down there? Why aren't you down there?
The wrong way,
and the reason I'm not down there is for the exact same reason that what you're seeing here. So what we've missed is one of these people already got attacked by people in the crowd. 3 people were jumping one of these people, and the dude had to pull a gun out and like flash a piece and let people know, like, yo, I've got a gun. Don't make me use this.
Guy in the red jacket from the other day.
You got this guy right now who's filming Primetime Patriot.
Get towards me.
He's already been, they've tried to pepper spray him a couple times. He's already gotten like multiple threats. Like he's had this guy following him around right now saying, like, hey man, like if I get arrested, I'm gonna kill you and your whole family. Like I'm deep in these streets.
I'm gonna catch up to the group.
So hey, what's up everyone that's just jumping in? I typically don't do restream situations here, but
over here,
it's in Seattle, so it's appropriate. But it's also, guys, this is exactly why I don't
he's a little bit far away.
Feel the need to be out here. Like I'm watching what these dudes are doing, and I get it. You're out here. It's what's happening on the Seattle streets, and in Washington, in the area. So I'm gonna put up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up a banner here, so let y'all know this is the stream is credit. Let me see if I'm spelling this right. Anyway, let me turn him up a little bit over here. All right, so
this guy keeps zigzagging with me.
Primetime Patriot. Okay, yeah, there you can see it now. So just so you got, credit where credit's due, man. This dude's out there. He's been dealing. Maybe it's my feed that's freezing. If we have issues, guys, I haven't had a chance to get my data thing all figured out over here. But
trying to pick up more stone and throw it at me again.
But this guy, man, like all of the people that go out here, guys, this is what drives me nuts. Is that like it's not about what's happening out there, right? Like this dude, he was out there with another guy, behind the enemy lines guy, that guy Jake or whatever. They're throwing snow at him, throwing ice at him. You can see it coming in on the corner here, right? Like it becomes more about the fact that he's there, and then there's a target for the aggression, and that's what drives me nuts. Is like they're out here, right? You can hear him talking trash. Here, I'm gonna turn his volume up because I'm pretty loud in here, but I want you guys to really hear what's going on. So he's out here walking around, filming what's going on, documenting it as
I'll be good.
The world would want to see what's going on in the street, especially people in Seattle, right? Like you want to know what's going on out in your neighborhood. If you're in the downtown area, they've already went through down by Pike Place, and it looks like they're going up through Belltown right now. Kind of like you can hear him, man. He's nervous. He keeps saying, he's like, these people keep coming up behind me. And he's out here solo, you know what I mean? And that I think is, that's cool. I mean, if you want to do that,
guys over here trailing me with this helmet.
But it's not, it's not, it's not the way to, I personally, like, I have my dude Straight Up LLC, like out there, like they do security when I'm out there. My guy, John, when need be, but like we're at a place now, guys, it's crazy that like, even just walking around with his camera, like I'm
gonna make sure to get
he's having to document the people. Okay. So
back up.
And this is, so just to be clear about what this is about here. Okay. So, this
I'm making sure to get a photo of you
right
buddy.
now is,
I'm making sure to get all the photos
this
of
is
you,
a
buddy.
protest. Make sure you can see this right quick. Pull this one up real
the guy
fast.
coming towards me right now.
All right, so this is the Seattle police shot and killed a man on Tuesday night on Alaska Way in Seneca, right downtown on the waterfront. You know, other people have the police said that the man was armed with a knife.
A couple times.
Moved towards the officers. They said that they tried to use less lethal rounds, but they ended up having to have a shooting. He was not black. And I wanted to let you know, because I saw a lot of comments come in. They're like, "Man, another senseless killing of a black man by the police." But it was an officer-involved shooting. The officer said the man moved towards them. The police responded by shooting him. 2 officers fired shots. So there's 2 people that actually shot at the guy. They said that he had cut himself. And guys, so this is where I get grief. Okay, because I've been saying from the jump that when you hear things like, like abolish the police or defund the police,
got my flashlight in my hand.
This is where we could do things with the funds that they have, right? We have a $400+ million budget, the Seattle Police Department. This guy was probably not in his right state of mind. I mean, he's carrying a butcher knife, a kitchen knife. He's cut himself, he's, I'm guessing the local businesses, and I'd have to double check in there again and see who actually called the police.
What's going on, DK? How you doing, brother? Nice to see you out there.
The shooting was reported a week after. Okay, well, this is okay. Now, granted, this is coming off the wings of the police-involved shooting in the Central District as well.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Killing a woman and shooting another person in the Central District. So, I mean, multiple shootings now involving the police.
Be careful about that in alleys.
Apparently, just real quick, they've already marched past like the Pike Place, Starbucks, and smashed up some windows there. Apparently, so this group is not they're not friendly.
They're gonna take,
But to be clear, these are the situations right here where people, I think we could agree that the police fund that they've got, the budget. And I don't know if it's my stream that's froze or if it's his. But could be me. If I'm not live right now, I apologize, guys. But who knows? Are we in here? We get some. I apologize for the feed. I know he's having some issues on his end. I'm having some issues on mine. It wasn't planned out, guys. We just jumped in here, so we didn't have a lot of things that we wanted to have in play. I'm ready to rock and roll. But that being said, this is where I think we can agree that there is an opportunity for some of the funding that goes into the police department. They could take some of those funds and they could apply those into mental health situations.
Back up.
So you hear him a lot.
Intimidating. I know. I got it. It's in my hand. He's coming up behind me. Homeboy over here in his mask, got his bear spray out in his finger, of course.
See, and that's that's where. And so, hey, Danny D Magic over there on Facebook, where he said, "Nope, the police shouldn't be there in the first place." See, what you're saying, I think, is valid in a lot of these situations. Seriously, I think that. Oh, is that a taser he's pulled out? But what needs to be there, Danny, is they need to have people that are specialized in dealing with mental disorders, because we have a lot of that in Seattle. We've got situations down there where people are dealing with a lot of mental issues. And but I get it. Did the police feel threatened for their life? I don't know, because we don't have that body cam, right? We don't have that footage right now. What we do have is the fact that 2 officers shot. Thank you, Alex Webb, over there on YouTube for that donation. I appreciate that. And so this is where the controversy comes in.
Magnesia? I got some for you. I got some stuff for you if you want some wipes.
So this is where the controversy comes in. Should there be more police, less police? What kind of police?
You want some
what are the police doing there? What's their standard with their SOP? Like, why are they there? What's the operating procedure while they're there? What do they need to be doing? And it's tough, man. It's really tough because if they were able to work, and this is where it doesn't need to be so cut and dry, y'all. Like, it doesn't need to be so cut and dry. There's a great opportunity for us to go ahead and work collectively with multiple different organizations and departments, right? Like the police can work in group with social services. They have their NAV team, which works with the homeless population there.
There you go.
Howard. Is this why you turn the audio off on your fucking stream?
So, see what he's dealing with right now? Like, it's not about what happened. So, Deline, I'm saying they need to work in tandem with the police. This is where the police and social services can work together. That's what I think could happen. I think there's an opportunity for some tandem work with the police department and other organizations. I think they could really, work collectively to find more resolution. I mean, I personally have been in Seattle, decades. I've been in Seattle.
So we're here live in downtown
and I've seen
Seattle.
it. I've seen people with a lot of mental disorders. I've also seen.
We're on
I've also seen
headed back towards the
I've also seen a lot
area
of force used by the police. I've also seen people do some pretty atrocious things to the police. So let's not go ahead and act like everybody's innocent or everybody's guilty, all right? Because there's definitely people on both sides of these exchanges. There's always
this guy's trying to come towards me again
issues there. Now there are some times when things happened where it's been unprovoked and unnecessary. But see, the point that I want to make though right now, we can talk about that in a second, is this is happening in downtown Seattle, right? This dude, primetime patriot, and I tip my hat to him for being out there. So right now he's the focus of all this BS. Alex Webb, thank you again for that. Much love. Good looking out over there on YouTube, being a part of that. Man, but so when people talk about doxing and whatnot, be clear, you can't see people's faces here.
It's called the First Amendment. They
people
don't like
have
the First
masks,
Amendment.
they have hoods.
You do not consent to film when you put people's lives in danger.
It's a public space. It is.
I don't see how it's putting anyone's life in danger, man. They're throwing objects at him, and people have been attacked, like physically assaulted. Like that seems a lot more dangerous. Like they're throwing chunks of ice at this dude. And they're talking about the filming puts them in danger.
You rednecks You're fucking idiots. You're just fucking
Dale
idiots.
Earnhart would spit on you?
Fucking spit on you.
You don't know what Dale would do, all right? Don't you put that on Dale, man.
Still with me?
You're right. They don't have to kill everybody. You know what I mean? But these situations where, and here's where I get grief from both sides, man. I don't even care, man.
No, you don't understand.
I absolutely support the right to free speech and protest. I think it's a powerful tool that's used in democracy and in our opportunity in America to be able to speak our piece and to be able to voice our feelings and our opinions on things. It should be okay. It should be accepted. And I think everybody's allowed to do it. These guys, everybody. Okay. It's what you do when you take that to the streets and how you interact with the people that are out there as well. It's their streets as much as anybody's, right? Like the guys that are just down there filming, they're like talking trash to them and whatever. It's harmless umbrellas. That's fine, man. Like that's whatever, man. Hold up your umbrellas.
Adidas shoes on there, a little dirty.
Yeah, primetime patriot. If anyone's wondering who this is, I'm not trying to steal this dude's stream. 100%. Credit where credit's due. Primetime's out there doing his thing. I've run into him a couple times out there. The difference, I think, in what he's trying to accomplish and what I would like to do is that I don't want to be the news while I'm out there. I don't want to be. I want to cover what's happening. I want to ask people questions. I want to hear opinions. I want to hear views. I want to know the feeling. I really want to get to the heart of the passion of the people that are out here doing this. That are out in the streets. Is there anyone here that personally knew that man that was shot? Is his family available? Do we know if he had mental issues and was he being treated? I mean, these are things that I'm curious about. That's what this was tough for me because it's hard for me to go into a crowd like this and watch this happen and then have it all be about you being there. Like they don't want to be filmed. They don't want this. Well, guys, you're in Seattle. I mean, you're going to be filmed. Plenty of people are going to watch you. You know what I mean? But I mean, you're out here and you're going to go, and then it turned into opportunity, right? So it went from, it was, you know, a march about this shooting, and then they passed the Starbucks and smashed the Starbucks up because it's like, oh, Starbucks is here. We might as well go ahead and crack a window or two, you know. So again, if you're trying to make a message, send a message by marching. What's your message? Or are you just out there to march? You know, and if that's your goal is to just march, feel free. The you know, I'm having okay, and again, I'm having leg issues here. So if it does, just, you know, chill with me. And you know, just reset. Hey, if you guys need to refresh the stream, if it's lagging, I don't know why. This is okay. No. Okay. Okay. So, you know, it's crazy. But it's super laggy right now, guys. So I apologize for the you know, if you're not hearing me right now, I apologize. Let me double check something here. I don't know why I was doing this. Well, if you guys can put a comment, let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if it's his video or if we're having issues on my end. Let me know if it's just me here, real quick. And yeah, so if you guys can hear me, I'm guessing that it could just be my side right now.
Let's switch my ear. Decent group down here for tonight. So they just bashed out the Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, so we're back.
They're punching out the
you can hear them
windows down
smashing
here.
out the windows of that Buffalo Wild
So
Wings.
we're going to see if we can get some people are running away from that. A couple people over here. You agree with ruining the businesses? Yeah.
See, and then they don't want you to see them doing that. Like you're in the middle of a major downtown Seattle. You know what I mean?
They don't want me to see that. So we'll just go over here.
It's just crazy.
I'll just give them a break until they walk forward, and I'll go get a shot.
Once you hear, I mean, once it goes to that, now it's just it's not a protest anymore. It's a destruction of public property, you know, private property. It's just people out here smashing up windows. Like we're pissed off at Buffalo Wild Wings now. Here's where he has an issue, though, and I don't mind saying this to him as well. Yeah, this is in Seattle right
Everybody
now.
Okay? Everybody okay? I just watched what happened.
These people are working right now, man. People are in there eating. And these fools just walked up and smashed their window out. Like, why? Okay, here's why aren't the police there right now? Then? You know what I mean? Why are the police not down there right now? Like, they've already got to the Starbucks.
I'm gonna try and catch up with the group. That's terrible. There's actually people in there eating.
Yeah, like you said.
They just busted out the front window of the Buffalo Wild Wings here.
The Buffalo Wild Wings.
And now they're going to bust out the windows here at the Starbucks.
You already know that
they're definitely spray painting the Starbucks over here. I'm gonna try and get over
this
here.
is where I have a tough time with it. It's hard for me to watch this because it makes me angry. This is my city. You know what I mean? Like
Starbucks here. I'm surprised that they didn't break
fact
out the
that this
window.
is happening drives me nuts because, like, if it was me and my family sitting down inside of a restaurant and some kids just come up and smash the window out and there's glass flying at my, like, if I had children, flying at my children or flying at my, you know, if I had a girlfriend, my girlfriend or whomever, like,
It says fuck.
I would lose my mind.
P.
I would lose my
sure
mind.
What that is.
And when I was in
Seattle.
downtown Tacoma last time, same thing. There's
What?
people down there that had
SPD.
businesses that came up to me and they were like, man, our only concern right now is that my business is down here and I don't want these guys to smash up my business. You know what I mean? It's so unnecessary that I mean, make it about what it's about, man.
So we're now back
you
at
know what I mean?
Westlake.
Like, make it about what it's about.
Looks like they're playing with this guy's car like they know who he is.
Have spokesmen. They're back to Westlake now. You know what I mean? Like, that's where it started. And I don't, it blows my mind that it keeps coming back around to this. You know what I mean? Like, it starts off with, like I said, a candlelit vigil and
they're saying no balls.
Yeah, and so this thing is driving me nuts, guys. I apologize for the feed being so laggy right now. I'm gonna have to try to reset it a couple times, if need be, just to get it to work properly. But let me. So let's see if I can get this to work again.
So we're now back at what?
Okay. And we are dealing with it still. I mean, you know, if we have to reset it a couple times, like I said, roll. You guys want to, just about to do a couple resets here, probably. You know what I mean? Just while we're dealing with this, because it's, you know, it is what it is. It's not my stream at the moment. Tracy Kendrick, you said that right. That's not about Black Lives Matter. And that's the issue, is one of the descriptions that they had. And I don't know who put description. Let me clear about that. I don't know who put up the script, but it has a Black Lives Matter as a candlelit vigil, you know, for the victims of the police involved shooting. Now, this is where it's hard for anybody to get behind when you hear someone talk about it being a BLM event, and then this is what it, you know, deteriorates into, right? Because that's a bad look. That's a terrible look for BLM or any organization. If it was my organization, I'd be pissed if you had it hijacked by people that are now smashing up windows and destroying things and threatening people in the streets just for being out there with their camera in the name of my event. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're having a freaking, you know, like a Grateful Dead benefit concert. You know what I mean? Like, if people take that Grateful Dead benefit concert and they start freaking burning houses down or something, like, you know what? That's gonna look really bad for the dead.
Just knocked over the garbage here. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and again, this is involved or directly correlating to a police involved shooting that took place in Seattle on Tuesday night.
Hey, good work, guys. Here.
Look at this. People are out here picking up trash. See, this is the man. This doesn't make you mad. If this is your city,
Thank you, guys.
This is your town, if this is where you live, where you wake up every morning, your kids wake up. Like, this isn't just businesses. People have condos down here. You know, they live down here.
That was good.
And if you have to wake up and see garbage in your streets, or you have to come out and pick up after these people because they feel like destroying something, I mean, come on, man. As citizens, as you know, as citizens of the city, this is why I'm not out there, guys. This is why I'm not out there, because I try to stay impartial. But at the end of it all, like, how can you just passively just watch this kind of stuff and appreciate that? Like, man. Yeah, Tracy, you're hitting on the head, because when you go out there, I don't feel like being a part of this.
All right, so now
I don't want to have anything to do with, and it was different. You guys just changed so much, and now what people keep forgetting is that, oh, well, you know, and hey, so just so you guys know, we're meeting up tomorrow. We got a podcast that's coming up. We got some stuff that's happening. We're going to be kind of dissecting a lot of stuff that's going on in the protest world right now. And I'm super excited about it because it needs to happen. But this is the kind of stuff that this is what it's turned into. This isn't what it was, guys. Like, there used to be the everyday marches. There was people that they would march and they would talk to people on the side of the streets. They would hand out pamphlets. They would hand out information. They'd talk to people and, you know, engage. And it was about like education to understanding, not intimidation to understanding, because you're never going to get someone to be behind your cause if you try to intimidate them into it, right? They might passively roll with you because they don't want to be dealt with violence or any kind of like reprisal of threats. But once the people leave, what's left behind them? You know, what's left behind them? Your anger for the fact that you're inside. I don't care who you man, woman, or anything in between or everything else. Like your pride, like when someone forces you and like demeans you and puts you in a position, you know what I mean? And then just because it's like you better say it or else type thing. You know, they tried to pull that with me when I was in Seattle. They were like, hey, you better say fuck the police. And I was like, you're not going to tell me to say shit. I don't care if you tell me to say I love my mother right now. Because you're telling me to say it. I'm not saying it because I'm not your puppet. I don't care who it is. Right, left, in between, it doesn't matter. That's not your right. You don't get to control people. You know what I mean?
You don't understand our rights, do you?
But they're in a puppet. This dude, see, you got this guy. Everyone's holding.
You don't understand.
Like, why do you want him to get out of there? Why? You can hear the confusion. Like, why? Why are you here? Why do you need to be here? Because you're here. Because you're here, man. No one else would want to be out here if you weren't out there, man. Now they scare bystanders. So yeah, you said that right there. Now Catty Girl over on Twitch says now they scare bystanders instead of talking to them about their causes. And that's the thing, is that
back up off me, brother.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
Why?
It's all my First Amendment right.
There's no more opportunity. Nobody knows what's really going on.
I understand it. I know it's complex. It's really complex. It's really it's complex, isn't it?
And then okay, and here the confusion I get. It's a peaceful protest. They've already attacked people. Someone had to pull a gun. What? Oh my God, you guys. I'm sorry, but it is impossible for me to not, like, my blood boils when I hear that kind of bullshit. It's just bullshit. Peaceful. They've destroyed property with people in the property. They've attacked him, this dude, primetime patriot, this guy filming right now, you know, and I know he puts himself right in front of people, and I've made it clear, like, hey, man, I'm not here to, you know, I don't care. Like, I really personally don't care enough about what you guys are doing, because it's not about what it's really about. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's deteriorated into what any individual in here feels like they should be out there doing. But to say it's nonviolent, it's a peaceful protest?
Get your umbrella out my face. Get your umbrella out my face.
Don't touch me. I didn't see what happened with Jake. Honestly, it's like I caught it like right in the middle of that. And then there was a gun, but then they had to pull those feeds down because you can't show firearms on here. That's some stuff that'll get you yanked down. Like Steve over on Prime Time or PT News. Same thing. You know, he was talking about that. And it was just like, man, and how you were afraid to be around a person, the protesters. Yeah. You know what? And then I felt like a punk. Gianna Nuwalu. I did. I felt terrible about it because I didn't realize I had to. I've been learning. So someone said that I kind of like avoided somebody. I got it. You know, I avoided someone because the crowd turned on them, and I was like, well, you know, a lot of it is how they interact. What are they doing to be involved in the crowd? Whatever, you know. But the this is it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But they turn on these streamers. Like, this chick's recording him. He's recording her. Boom. Null and void. Just cross-cancel each other, right?
You don't want to say hi?
And then you got this dude right here on the right, you know? And he's got a GoPro or he's got some kind of recording device. They've got their own camera people. Like, and they've got people in there that are filming too. Like, it's okay, man. If y'all want to film, okay. Here's the thing. If you're going to be out there, be out there. Rep for it. Be out there because you believe in what you're doing out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just state your purpose and be okay with that. You know, like, if you feel like what you're doing is a righteous act, like if you feel like that Starbucks is evil and it needs to be destroyed, don't hide behind umbrellas and do it. blow it up and then post a sign. You know what's crazy is if you see like in these attacks, right, and terror attacks, and things happen and big events happen, they wait for someone to take credit for it because somebody wants to step up and be like, that was us, we did that. And they did it because they felt like it was in the name of whatever. You know what I mean? The issue we have here is this isn't happening in the name of anything. It's all happening in cloak and shadow type thing.
People right now that are basically trying to agitate. They're essentially trying to film back, and they're trying to have people provoke me so that they can try to get something on camera to create a narrative. Obviously, I'm not going to give in to their desires that they would love to have me do. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to document, express my First Amendment right, and I hope they do too.
There you
go. Everybody, be peaceful. Hang out. Don't approach people like that aggressively with your umbrellas, telling them that they can't film or they shouldn't film. Well, if that's the case, then I can tell them not to. I don't want them to do this, but I don't mind. It's the First Amendment.
See, that seems to be the common theme.
Hopefully people learn a thing or two about your rights, because I know they're out here trying to say they're advocating for rights, but they want to infringe on others, which is kind of weird. Infringing on other people's rights to film in public because they say that they want their First Amendment right to free speech. Really tricky argument there, really tricky argument. So we're gonna cut over this wall.
My dog here trying to jump in on this.
This is actually just right at the corner here. I want to give a shout out real quick to the VFW.org while I have a moment, while things are pretty calm. I want to say all the bits donated here, all the subscribers, everything that comes to this channel is donated to the VFW.org. It's an amazing organization, a nonprofit for veterans. If you do feel so inclined to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. Or if you're linked up with Amazon Prime, you got an opportunity. One free subscription. It doesn't cost you anything with your Amazon Prime account, and you can support the channel for free. But everybody here supporting on the channel, I really appreciate all your generosity and your love. Again, the VFW.org, go check it out. The veteransofforeignwars.org. Largest veteran
what's crazy is
organizations, nonprofit in the
I'm not trying to step on his shout outs because I think that it's important for him to be able to go ahead and talk about who he's repping for.
Got over 6,000 posts.
Reporting, report being broadcast by Primetime Patriot.
Our veterans need more resources. They need more healthcare. They need more resources for food and housing.
So what's crazy is you don't see mainstream media just gave up on all this, right? Like they're not even trying to cover it, but let's get real about it though. I've seen mainstream media get full on like chased, like they had to barricade themselves in a fire station in Capitol Hill during the Occupy protest because they're getting chased out by people. They didn't want mainstream media there. They full on chased them out. And that's where the streamers were in there, right? So the streamers were there and we were there to be able to walk around and film things. I was out there with my microphone asking questions. The Daily March, people were talking. We were able to interview people and really just find out what was going on, right? But then it turned into like people saying, so I guess, well, you put us on camera and then, put our lives in risk.
I do. I have it. Oh, the other one though.
Wow. You're a colonizer, is what that person just said. Followed up with rot in hell. Oh, okay. Well.
So it looks like we got some other people out tonight.
Eating on this dude just because he's white?
How's it going? Yes, I am.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Nice to meet you.
Did you get, wait, I want to, what happened to you?
I got hit. I just.
Okay, tell me, wait.
Go the road a little bit. I'm here by myself. I had another couple of individuals.
Sorry, it just started. Go.
I'm here by myself. I had a couple other patriots show up with me. So far tonight, I've been hit in the head with a couple of eggs. Snowballs, small little petty kid stuff. I saw that earlier. A can of bear spray was pulled out and potentially a gun. And then there's a kid that keeps pulling his bear spray out and spraying it at me all night. It sprayed it at me like 3 times. I got some photos of it. But
I don't know who this person is, though. Has walked up like doing that's interesting. But while it's lagging right now, but yeah, that's what's changed a lot, right? With the style scene, which I think was really kind of like that was spread out, and when we just went to Portland and kind of just like put on the bandwagon of like all the streamers weren't really encouraged to be there. Then it was like, no media. We don't want anybody filming or seeing anything that's happening here, which is one of the big reasons that drives me. One of the biggest reasons that drives me nuts is because of how good it was at first. Like at first, there was much, so much amazing stuff taking place. There were educational seminars. They had, I mean, name it. You gotta reset this thing right here and get it back up and in. But it's gonna be. But they had information available to people at all times. You could, let's do this real quick. It was giving me grief on mine. I don't know if it's his or mine or what was going on.
Walking down.
We're gonna try to give you guys the full stream here. If we can. But it is difficult at the moment because it's lagging. So they're saying the streamer antagonizes people constantly.
Again, thank you guys all for following, supporting the stream. You support veterans here on this channel.
Like I said, it's tough because
there's
certain situations that I wouldn't choose to be in. I wouldn't want to be in. I would just opt out of it because, it's going to be laggy. And if it's too much of an issue, like I wasn't really sure I wanted to do everything on this, but the full beginning to end. But I'm having issues on my end, guys. I think we're still having some fallover from the ice storm we had out here, and some of the lines got messed up in my neighborhood. So it's it's just an issue. Got to deal with.
I'm just standing back here.
Get out of here, man. Do you have nothing better to do? As if what's happening out here is better than what he's doing.
So they focused on me for just a second. You just have to stand still for a second. Let them continue on with their march. Where are you at? Where are you at?
So
Kate. Are you at the front?
Here's where
are you at? Where are you at?
It's difficult because
location, Kate.
What is he hoping to accomplish out there? You know what I mean? Is it just to cover what's happening, to document if things get broken or if things go sideways? And if that's the case,
where are you at?
Okay. But when you have to be a block or two away and just record a big mass of, like a cloud of ravens basically just walking down the street, what's really happening?
I need a location, Kate. Oh shit.
DJ Tesseract, that's what's up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you guys a better feed for 1,000. Yeah, we get 1,000 in there. We'll get you dialed in.
Where's Kate?
What up,
You all right?
LMA?
I got her. She's all right.
There's your home. They always say that's your homie right there. Those are your people. That's your friends. Oh, here comes some more. I don't get what he's
hit me in the forehead with it.
Get out of what? The city? Get out of what? The street? Get out of what? The sidewalk?
Missed.
He said missed. Oh man. It's hard, y'all. Lorraine, I see what you're saying, man.
Okay. I'm gonna get around the front of the group here.
Sandra, I don't know you're talking to Lexi. Okay. Run? Like that kind of stuff's unacceptable, man. Like I don't care what side you're on. I saw some stuff happening at the Capitol where the behind enemy lines dude was having issues with someone that was a self-proclaimed left
They're saying WD-40
liberal streamer is what I can't remember exactly how she identified.
Coming up this way.
Anti-fascist liberal left streamer, right? However it was worded, but it turned into like an altercation between the two of them with umbrellas and trying to stop her from filming at the state capitol. And it was a First Amendment rally about freedom of speech, which I was like, come on, man, like that. Everybody's got a right to be out there. You know what I mean?
Right, so they're going up the street now. It looks like there may have been some bike cops.
Everyone's got a right to be out there. But it's what you do while you're out there that's going to dictate whether or not you should be allowed to be out there.
I'm really glad I bought
mean?
these goggles tonight. And here's the group. They're coming through traffic now.
I don't know if this is the car brigade. Normally the car brigade would have their hazards on. You know what I mean? The people that like the pace cars and the front cars to block off the intersections. But it looks like they've got mostly bicycles that are running on the side lanes here. You know, they do that to block traffic, which is, smart play, because you don't want cars flying in there. But I don't know if these cars are just stuck behind it because they can't get by or not. And you got to remember, Seattle downtown is all one ways. It's all a bunch of one ways. So you get stuck. These guys are all stuck in it, which has got to suck. You know what I mean? God forbid you have a Trump sticker on your car or an American flag. You know what I mean? You have a whole crowd of like 150 people marching around your car that are like,
you guys trying to throw something hard at me? Like a rock or something.
There goes your car, right?
Guy in the gray goggles over here again, black shorts, black pants.
You can't even hear what they're chanting. The thing is, because you can't really get close enough to even hear what they're chanting. You know what I mean? Because they won't let you. They won't let you get close enough to like even talk to them, ask them questions. The whole grifting thing, man, every single streamer out there, to be clear, has a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Every single one of these that you're watching,
coming across the street again.
we strongly encourage folks to help out with donations, because if you guys want to make a donation, Primetime Patriot, man, this dude's out there in the streets doing it. I'm not even saying for me, like hook away. If you're on Twitch, throw some bits his way. We're watching him right now, and he's out there getting shit thrown at him and getting, the threat of violence. And Lucy, you're welcome. Yeah, it was a good time on Valentine's Day. I'm glad we all had that like talk about love, and then we got to come back to this craziness right here. But I mean, really though, you guys, but everyone out there is, we're trying to generate money to keep doing this, and we can't do it if it's not self-sustaining. So it doesn't make us. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess it comes down to your intentions about the whole grifting thing.
Trying to throw something at me here. Got two things
I genuinely do not feel like a grifter when I'm out covering stories because I dig into it and I really, I don't know. I'm not trying to con anybody into something. I don't know. I guess they're throwing hard-boiled eggs right now. You know what I mean? And snowballs, ice balls, rocks. This dude's a real Hideo Nomo right here. He's just dialing in a hardcore throw.
The street here. He's trying to throw something at me.
I mean, that's why it would be tough for me to even want to be out there. You know what I mean? Kid a night said, yeah, he's getting hit by the eggs and shit. He's earning his money. Yeah. I mean, he's got like, you know, he's got plenty of people over there on his channel right now that are watching. I think that he's probably getting hooked up. DJ Tesseract over on Twitch. Thank you very much. Hey, Greg. So Greg says, F that Chud. Greg, tell me, if you would please, and genuinely want to know, like, what is it? What, obviously I know what Chud stands for. Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers, what that stands for.
He's got Adidas on his shoes.
But I want to know, flashlight wars there. Greg Hintz, in your opinion, what is a Chud? Like, what signifies, what designates someone as a Chud? Just missed, man. Just missed isn't good. If it's a rock, dude, you get tagged in the head. What if it does hit you?
Do you feel big and powerful?
But see, now it's an exchange with him. You know?
You feel big and powerful? I said you feel big and powerful? You dropped something.
Yeah, you dropped your dignity a long time ago.
Ooh. Coming back with some stuff. He said you dropped something. He said, yeah, you dropped your dignity a long time ago. Wow.
Yeah, I got my mace out. I got more of that, people. Yeah. Bro,
like,
this guy's got his water bottle.
It's like, at this point, it's just like you're putting yourself into the thick of it.
Yeah, I'm backing up.
But then now you are the story.
His water bottle out. He's trying to get spicy. I'm stronger than you. Mentally, probably physically.
It's just like part of the language here, but it's like a dick measuring contest now. Like, who's stronger, who's tougher. It's even like, he even said, I'm mentally stronger than you, physically stronger than you. Like, come on, man.
He's just trying to come over here and DCMA the stream, which is
Matt, I'm with you on that one. Shutting it down at the club.
So it's this idiot over here again.
That's what's up. So. I miss shutting it down at the club too, Matt. I'm with you on that one.
Don't follow me.
Just getting down, man. Being able to go out in the city and like go out and have a good time. Man. Tell you what.
Yeah, kill yourself.
It's you again. It's you again.
The world would be a better place without
It's the guy who said shoot him in the kneecap, huh? Oh, it's the guy who said shoot him in the kneecap, huh? He's the guy who said shoot him in the kneecap or the shoulder, right? You're the one who said shoot him in the kneecap, right? So now they're following me up the street here.
They've already threatened to kill this dude's family. They've threatened to kill him. They've made like just wild threats against. One dude said that if he goes to jail because of this dude's filming, that he was going to come and kill his whole family. Just like, wow, man. I know I asked earlier to Greg. Greg, I'm not trying to goat you into something, man. Like, Greg, hence, I really want to know what your opinion is. And I didn't see if it popped up, man, but of what, because I'm hearing like other streamers say that now too, like what a Chud streamer is and what, you know, and I'm curious, like who's distinguishing what and what, you know what I mean? Hold on a second. But see, now he's just documenting people. You know what I mean? That's too bad. Yeah, that's just. He is creating a storyline. Lorraine, yeah, like what you're saying. I hear what you're saying right there. At that point, like I was talking about earlier, he's becoming the story. You know what I mean? Now it's about him.
He's trying to get the bear spray
about making babies for more population when other people are. Have been watching for a long time. Right, put time out for talking. Rondale God, over on YouTube. We're talking about making babies for more population. Yeah, I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what the timeouts are coming for. But sorry, if it seems inappropriate, and I got a lot of faith in my mod squad, like keeping it clean and keeping it healthy, man. There's a place for healthy and safe conversation and chit chat. So that's what we're here for.
I can stand around here.
Yeah.
Say hi. gotta get out.
So see, now it's like group on group. I don't know if that's infighting because there's like a lot of people that are dressed in black, but No Beard the Pirate, you're very welcome, man. The fire department did their job there. That I really, I feel like I just played a small part over there with the church fire, just helping raise awareness that it needed to happen. I think the community, honestly, you guys, someone made a comment about the church fire in Kenosha, and I think I think a beauty part about the stream here, guys, we got the chance to see what happens. Like we just had everybody on the stream calling the fire department. I mean, they were getting calls already, but they were able to get a lot of calls about that particular fire, and I think hopefully it raised the alarms a little bit, draw some more of their attention that direction. So big shout out to you guys.
We got the whole thing on film. We'd really like to tell them which one of the crowd they need to follow. They're menacing people with a firearm. Do you know that?
I'm walking in the group, buddy. Don't tell me to move. I can walk where I want, bud. Thanks, though. I'm just telling you, I can walk where I want. It's okay.
Man, this is crazy. So now you got it looks like his sometimes Twitch stream. See if he gets less choppy. Yeah, Star Fox. I would. It's not on his end. It's mine. Like our data lines over here are all jacked up from the ice storm we just went through the last couple of days. So they're still trying to clear that up. So got to deal with it.
It looks like they're agitating a little bit over there.
He said, "Looks like they're agitating a little bit over there." I think as far as gone past agitating.
SPD usually steps in because of the danger out here walking down the street in the wrong direction. They're not able to trail the group, so cars are coming towards the group. So this is usually somewhere where SPD will step in. But honestly, I don't know.
This is where things get dangerous too. Like
they're kind of keeping their distance.
I mean, it's dangerous the whole time for individuals and for bystanders, and obviously now for these people that are in the middle of the street.
So for anybody tuning in, thank you very much.
And it looks like they're bobbing.
We're here in downtown Seattle, Washington, live
Trying to
streaming
see
a protest
exactly where they're
event
at there.
organized by BLM and Antifa of Seattle.
See what he
They
just
started
said
the
there.
march at Westlake Park.
He said it was organized by
Marching
BLM
left
and
right down
Antifa.
the streets.
I feel pretty comfortable saying that I don't think BLM and Antifa are sitting down at the drawing board and coming up with ideas for protests together. I don't think that's how it works out at all. That's just not.
So I'm not sure.
That's not. I mean, I've been around a lot of like legit like BLM marches, and this is not that. This is not that. Like legitimately, Tracy. Yeah, like this is not BLM. You know what I mean? And BLM itself, and I'll get flack for this, whatever, but it got hijacked by Antifa and a lot of these people that are out here just causing destruction and mayhem, and turned it into like a militarized movement. You know what I mean? And there was so much of it in the beginning where it was like educational, and then it turned into this. So I don't think this is BLM and Antifa. You know what I mean? I think this is just a straight up black bloc situation. They were like, hey, we're gonna go mess some stuff up. You know what I mean? Because here's what it comes down to. Black Lives Matter, right? If we're talking about it like that, you're not going to see a lot of people that are repping for Black Lives Matter that are going to go out and destroy a Starbucks as a black individual, because all it does is make things significantly more complicated and difficult for black people, right? I mean, this is some common sense stuff, man. Yeah, Dara, this is... And I mean, granted, you get down to like city statistics right here, but you look at the predominant nature of like the race in this crowd right now. You're not going to see it. I can guarantee you, this is not a predominantly black crowd right now. I can tell you because I've been with these crowds. I've been on these marches. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Like I've been on BLM marches over in cities across the country, and they were peaceful. Uplifting, they were educational, and I'm gonna get grief for this because people just hate BLM, but we got to start making some responsible distinguishes. We got to responsibly distinguish is what I'm going for between these different groups, right? They're not all one. You know what I mean?
So they're out front of City Hall now.
Just the same way you got these groups they generalize, like, oh, you're a Trump supporter, you're a racist, or you're a patriot, you must be a racist. You know what I mean? Whatever, what are these classic generalizations are? Like, oh, you're you're BLM, you must be Antifa. That's not the case. I feel bad for a lot
So
of the
they're
people
definitely
that I've
distracted
met
tonight.
from the very beginning that were legit about the cause. You know what I mean? They were out there for BLM. They were out there pushing for racial equality. They were pushing for, quote unquote, systemic change. Ann K, thank you. This is what I was saying from the beginning. Ann K over on YouTube. BLM, and you've seen this in a lot of cases where BLM's like the black leadership has pulled out. They've been like, we want nothing to do with these protests. That's not us. This does not represent the black community. This does not represent like the black collective. That is not what this is.
City Hall looks like police sirens.
See, now they're getting by City Hall. The police are coming
Not
out
sure
now.
what's gonna go down,
Plus,
but
you got a police
they're
station
definitely
down there. You
going
got the
to
West
City
Precinct down there. South Precinct is coming up
We
from
got
the
sirens.
from the south end.
That's,
Then you got ambulance.
Not police, it's ambulance.
But
So you got people here at City Hall.
yeah.
Pull out my camera here.
Yeah, okay, Lexi, there you go. So the black leadership, leaving in Tacoma, they pulled out of that one. In Tacoma just a couple weeks ago, they were like, no, we don't want anything to do with this. It's not us. We're not going to be a part of this. You know what I mean? But again, I'm going to get grief for that. People be like, oh, you support BLM. I support racial equality. Absolutely. I absolutely support the need for change without question. I think that if we stop acknowledging that we need change, we stop growing, then we just start dying as a country. You guys, that's not what this country is about. It's about the opportunity to organically grow, to run through democracy and make some changes, because we have to. We're a young country. You know what I mean? We got to keep growing. We got to grow, and we got to grow fast, because look at the young nature of our nation. You know, look how much we've done and accomplished in the short period of time, you know, but that's been exponential amount of growth, and we got to keep moving at that pace. So there's big things that happen every year, and we got to keep doing that, you know? So
you gotta make sure to look out for others around here.
Hopefully that doesn't get a lot of people hating on me for feeling that way, but just want to get down.
So somebody put Shitty Hall on the Seattle sign here.
I'm sorry, that's messed up, but it's why you got literally the only shit.
These hills are no joke.
To me, Matt, are you asking why my stream's jacked up? It's because of on my end. It has nothing to do with the stream. It's just because the ice storms hit here, snow and ice and whatnot, and it messed up communications in my neighborhood. They're still kind of working on that.
Steepest hill in Seattle that I know of. The steepest hill in Seattle.
They're trying to tire people out. Someone wrote Shitty Hall, which is messed up, but you know, there's so many times where they say something, I'm like, man, it's kind of funny, you know. You got literally the only shit. Matt, I already answered that. Yeah, Matt. I don't know how choppy it is on the stream, y'all, but if it's messed up, I apologize. You know, hey, if you guys want to sit here and talk to me while I watch a stream, that's cool. It might be a little choppy. It's more just because I'm here. We have some commentary. I can talk about what's going on from my point of view. But Primetime Patriot over on Twitch, Facebook, you know, definitely I encourage people to explore as many streams as possible, guys. There's a lot of them out there, and there's a lot of room for everybody to be doing this. And so
now we're on 5th.
Yeah, you guys can jump over and do that. If you're on the Twitch side, feel free, you know, double screen it if you want, or just pull up the audio on mine if you want to just hear what I have to say. Whatever. It's up to y'all, but, you know. Jennifer, appreciate that. Also distinguish between being Antifa as in anti-fascist. All good people. People who are self-identifying as Antifa and destroy property as part of the movement. Plenty of black bloc do not damage property.
I won't even do it, you know, honest.
So this is the issue, man. So it says also distinguish between Antifa as in anti-fascist, all good people, right? And people who are self-identifying as Antifa and destroy property as part of their movement. And they're saying plenty of black bloc do not damage property. They just do not want to be identifiable. Here is where things get a little sticky. You got to hold your group to a higher standard. You know what I mean? And that's what's tough.
I didn't know the people out there. So what you need to do is check them, bro, because if that's how y'all rocking, bro, that's not cool. I'm chilling. I'm practicing my Second Amendment. I respect y'all Second Amendment as well. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
He just hit it right on the head. Check your people. So the black bloc that's not out there destroying stuff, if they don't want to be a part of that, they don't want that to be what they're doing, they all get lumped in with it when people that are in black bloc do that. You know what I mean?
Start sticking umbrellas in people's faces, and somebody tried to pepper spray me earlier just for having my camera out.
Hey, look. Hey,
That's
look,
a sign
hey,
of that's when you start assaulting people, and that's not cool.
That's definitely, you know what I'm saying, valid. Protect yourself, but don't go out there looking for a fight.
No.
Because, you know what I'm saying?
See, I like. Oh, I know who that is talking right now. And that's a good individual. That's a good person right there. Someone that I've known from the Chop Chaz for the last year. Good people in that group. So yeah, there are good people in every group. You know what I mean? Hey, you need to hop down. Sorry, my dog is.
I'm here to do the same. We stay away from the violence.
Yeah, you can stay away from the violence, but it doesn't mean the violence is going to stay away from you. That's the problem.
Aggressively, we don't go out.
Yeah, you guys, my internet's jacked up. I apologize. It's just
we just engage from it.
doxing. You guys, this isn't a doxing situation though. Kidda Knight. I want to be clear about that though. If doxing is the concern, let's get past that. Doxing isn't happening like people want to think it is. And for those that don't know what doxing is documenting people. Basically, it's like putting people on blast and like, you know, identifying them as, you know, their name, where they work, you know, things like that, which I don't support because, you know, just not what I do. And I don't think that's what anyone out here is doing. But the problem is that when people assume that's what's going to happen with these streamers, it's not. You know what I mean? You got a mask on. Like legit, if we freeze frame on any one of these people, there's nothing about you. There's no characteristics or distinguishing characters. Like that person right there on the right. Everything's covered. You know, you got a mask on. Most people have goggles. Excuse me. You can't see you can't see who they are. You know, you're not going to identify them by their ear. And there you go. There's not even an ear on that person. What you will identify them by is what they're wearing and then what they do. And if they're not doing anything like destructive, they're not out there smashing up stores and whatnot, then it shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? You're not going to know who they are anyway. You're not seeing a lot of people that are getting arrested after the fact for like destroying that Buffalo Wild Wings or that Starbucks, you know, because they don't know who did it. They're not going to be able to go to their house and be like, you know, you're under arrest because we caught you on camera doing it. We did, but we don't know who you are, because I guarantee that the Buffalo Wild Wings doesn't have high-tech facial identification software built into their closed circuit network that's recording their patio. You know?
Man, I can't even read the damn signs here. Marion and Finn.
Yeah, DJ Tesseract. Yeah, man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, man. It's frustrating, you guys. It's frustrating to see how things are going right now. You know what I mean? Like a little bit. Small group of people have thinned out. It's just frustrating. Because all this, I mean, legitimately, all of this. Sorry, I'm playing with my mic here. Like I've seen it do things productively. That's a problem. I've seen positive things come from protest. You know, I've seen things. You know, I've seen things happen that have produced results, and this isn't that. This is not that. You're not okay. Here's the thing. I think it's bad. They're indulging in some nonsense, and I don't. People are gonna hate on me from. This is bullshit. Mainstream media is not there covering this. You don't even know what's going on in mainstream media. You're not gonna be able to watch tomorrow. They're not gonna even talk about it. They don't want streamers there. They don't want anyone streaming. They don't want anyone to watch what's happening out there. They just want to be able to go out and do it and then leave, and nobody's allowed to know what they did, who did it, or why it happened. People just got to wake up the next day and be like, who smashed up my Starbucks? Who smashed up my Buffalo Wild Wings? Who smashed up, you know, my car? Who threw all the garbage in the street? What happened? Why did that happen? What do you mean? Like nobody, you're never going to know. No one in this situation is putting the cause out there. You don't know. You don't know. You're not telling anybody. So what is this effectively accomplishing? Right now? See, and I got a lot of respect for him. He's a Seattle dude. Like I used to live right up on Capitol Hill too, like right in the occupied protest zone. Like I lived, my first apartment is right there. And and the issue that you got with these people right now is that they take away any potential for any positive or productive movement of any kind. These right here are the decaying force of all, like the productive nature of protest.
This one is saying I love you.
Do that. What that dude did. Hand out hand warmers. Go help people that are out there freezing their ass off right now. Walk around instead of throwing snowballs at this dude. Hand out sandwiches. You know what I mean?
So they're knocking over signs, the road signs. Nothing too crazy. They did bust out the Buffalo Wild Wings window downtown. They also busted, I don't know, they spray painted the Starbucks.
Carol, the reason you haven't watched a riot live stream or protest stream for a while is because not a lot of them are being filmed and they're not happening really. You know, there are a lot of, whatever, a lot of fair weather protests too. You know what I mean? Like, it's a dry day out in Seattle. There's still some, snow buildup on the side of the road, but when it was all snowing and whatnot, people weren't out there as much. There was a couple people came out, but
excuse me.
I just, man, like you said, don't go out there for looking for problems, but like,
knee pads and medic pouches and gas
yeah,
around their legs.
It would be tough for me to not. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up. It would just be real difficult for me.
Thank you guys for the support, John E. I see your comment there.
Destin Allen, you.
No clearing the chat, please.
I want to dig into what you just said on Facebook, but I need you to identify what a chud is before we can jump into that, Destin, because you obviously put some thought into saying what you said over there.
Conservative journalist.
Worst freeze in decades. I don't know if that's a little bit. Okay, I'm talking Seattle right now, Lexicon. Just so you know, I don't know where you're located. I'm talking Seattle right now. And it never gets much worse than it is right now. It just happens. We get our 3 days of snow and that's it.
I can stand here. It's public. I mean, why don't you get the fuck out of here? Why don't you get the fuck out of here? Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, you're in Portland? Okay. Well, we got some snow, Oh, Destin, come on now. You're just coming off ignorant. If you're coming in here trying to be antagonistic, you're going to just be gone. See ya.
Hey, I got your threats of death earlier. You threatened to kill me. I got that a couple times from you tonight.
You guys can go ahead. And Steph, you can go ahead and drop the hammer on Destin there. Go ahead and deuces.
I got a good photo of him, you guys.
I don't know why it's giving me grief.
I got a real good photo of Homeboy standing there.
Are you guys able to see me on Facebook right now? Or are we only in? Yeah, it looks like.
I got a real nice photo of his.
Yeah, no, we didn't get hit that bad.
You don't want to be around.
Yeah, no, Lexi, we didn't get hit that bad. I mean, we got 12 inches of snow, which we're just not used to getting. To be clear about it, we're just, that's just, we don't get that. We don't get that kind of snow, but it didn't.
Yeah, that girl was very mature.
Didn't destroy us at all.
She walked over and told me to leave. I was there standing there, and she walked over in my area and said,
"All right, cool, we're all good."
Leave or something. How about you leave?
Man, you got people like that Destin Allen just clown show stuff, man. They just come in just trying to stir stuff up just for no reason. They're just ignorant.
6th Ave. So they are currently, you guys could see they're currently going perpendicular with us, or parallel with us, I should say. Sorry. They're going parallel with us.
Okay, so the police are now trailing them. What's up, Connie over in Kenosha? How's it going?
So again, everybody notices we're still out here. And they got the march.
But yeah, I appreciate Primetime being out there at least, you know what I mean? Like, it gives us the camera on the streets is what's going on. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to see what's happening.
People getting harassed out here.
I'll tell you what though, like Lexi, the Northwest, and a couple years ago, was it 2 years ago? We had that like Snowmageddon.
Watch this.
Was it a little over 2 years ago? We had that really bad snow. That was crazy. We're in a heat wave tonight. It's 40 degrees, Carol Stevens says. Kidda, yeah. Well, you're in Portland, Seattle and Portland, Kidda. I mean, over on Facebook, we're basically, we're, just 2 hours away from each other. Might as well be. It's all the Northwest right there. It's all the Northwest. So, where's everybody watching from right now? I know we got a couple hundred people over here on a few different platforms. So, I know we got some folks out in the Midwest. They're kind of holding on to that late night hour. And we still got our folks right here in the Northwest as well.
PMA's in the chat. PMA spam in the chat, y'all.
T-Town, that's what's up. Yeah, 3 years ago. That's right. That was the bad one. Arizona, Minnesota, Virginia, Florida.
Keep the good vibes out here. Let's make sure these people can feel that.
Montana, that's what's up. I used to go up to Billings quite a bit. I worked in down in Wyoming. Yeah, Seattle. We know you're there, Tracy. Kansas City, Missouri, Maine, Montana, Ireland, Lorraine. There you are. Yep. This is in downtown Seattle. Jeff's over in Massachusetts, deep South Texas. How you doing, Pam? You guys doing okay with all that? You guys got hit hard too. Got Michigan. Gary's over in Wisconsin, south of Ole for Chris. Kidda, man, I really appreciate that. Jen, of course, you're out there in Keno. Nashville. What's up, Julie? Austin's in Minnesota. Southern California, down in the OC. Jeff, rub it in, man. That's messed up. Serena's down in Missouri, over Missouri. Tracy's in the south side, south end. Soto, Louisiana. We got Maui, James. Oh man, come on, dude. Rubbing it in. Some people are just rubbing it in. Dara's down there in Baco. PDX feeling the same way we're feeling right now, man. Yep. Twiggy Bones in Washington. Yep. Yeah, big prayers for people in Texas. See, they weren't expecting it, man. There's people down in the south end and the South Belt that were getting hit hard, really hard. Mary Jane's out in Kentucky, that Kentucky bluegrass. East Tennessee, Christine Martin's over there. Man, Cindy, I think we all want to be in Maui right now. Man, he's laughing at us too. Jeff's laughing at us. He said he's in Maui, just laughing. Of course, you're over in Minneapolis. Marvelous Marv's over in Wisconsin. Yeah.
One flashlight and everybody's epileptic tonight.
Diane's out in Pennsylvania, east of Pittsburgh. Arkansas. Diane's out there. What's up, Cindy? Out there. Cindy Kimball out in Wisconsin.
Back towards Westlake.
Wisconsin. Peshtigo, Maryland. Did I say that right? Peshtigo?
Again, just zigzagging back.
I hope so.
And back and forth and back and forth.
Okay, road trip here. Yep, Connie. Road trip to Maui. That's what. Yeah, we get enough donations. We'll go ahead and make a road. Hey, you guys, we got Jacqueline Coates out in Gig Harbor. That's what's up. How you doing?
Especially during this kind of moment when we got a lot of people in the stream and whatnot. But I thank all of you guys for
your help. 15 degrees today. That's crazy. That's a heat wave, Lacey.
It is 9:30 here.
No.
9:30 at night.
Yeah, it's 9:30 in Seattle right now, and that's where this is happening in downtown Seattle. It's kind of made its way through all the downtown boroughs. Started out in Westlake, made its way into Pike Place, made its way into Pioneer. I think it made its way towards Pioneer Square, cut towards back into Pike Place, up through Belltown, back into Westlake. I'm trying to figure out where they're at right now, but I'll have to take a look at some of the landmarks here. But yeah, hey guys, we're taking the show on the road here before too long. Dallas, Texas, Dan. I got a good friend down in Garland. I'm hoping to come down and visit. Man, we got a lot more snow than Dallas did. Dang. It's crazy snowing down there, you know. James, please, I would love to learn how to surf. I'm terrible at it. James Flynn over on Facebook said he's going to teach me how to surf, which would be great because I'm not going to lie, I've tried surfing twice and it was terrible. Actually, I was down in I went with where was I at? Oh, I was in Hawaii with some of my friends that live up on the North Shore, Pupukea Highway, and they took me out and I tried me on a short board, didn't work. Put me on a long board. And these kids are like 10 years old. It was Kai, little Kai and his brother. And they were, just little semi-pro surfers, living up on the North Shore. These kids, it was crazy. Like we were picking them up. My best friend Emil and I were picking them up from school. Just drove in there with the truck. We're hanging out and they come up and we're talking and they're with their little friends. And this dude rides up on a bicycle. He's got a big floppy straw hat on. And we're just chatting with them. And they're like, oh, Jack is this and that. Jack is this and that. And then I'm kind of looking at him. Emil just nudged me. He's like, bro, that's Jack Johnson. I was like, what? He was like, dude, that's Jack Johnson. This guy we're talking to is Jack Johnson. And I was like, you're Jack Johnson? He's like, yeah, man. I live right across the street over here, right on the beach. I'm like, what? And these kids were just cracking on him. They're like, man, he makes the worst tacos. His wife's awesome. She makes amazing food, but don't ever eat his tacos. And Jack Johnson makes the worst tacos, apparently. But that's according to from the horse's mouth right there. So, but it was pretty cool. Oh, it's the bike. I thought it was my dog. I was like, sounds like he's got baseball cards in the spokes or something, man. But
You guys missed all the walking.
They're back to Westlake. The second time back to Westlake. Yeah. Well, Linda, you can donate over here if you want. Sorry, you got banned on whatever other news network you were on. This is happening in Seattle right now, Heidi. Just so you know, it's a protest about a police-involved shooting that happened Tuesday night. 2 officers shot a man with a knife down on the waterfront down there on Alaskan Way, I believe it was actually.
Looks like there may be somebody speaking.
So it started off as a vigil, kind of candlelit vigil, and it turned into a march, which turned into
I'm gonna try and see if I can.
what it typically does, which is windows getting smashed out and people like this guy who's streaming. And I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. Anyone in the comments, you can throw his name up here. I can't remember his name. Primetime Patriot. Getting, there was, getting hit by hard-boiled eggs, ice, slush, snow, rocks. And then I see you, man. You gotta chill out. Dog is freaking out on me. And then there was a fight as well. 3 people were attacking somebody, and dude ended up having to pull a gun. You know what I mean? So.
Kind of get Doxing a little bit. Stand over here.
Dog is.
I think they're gonna kind of wrap it up here. I don't know if they have much more
You get
for the
froze?
march tonight. I think that this is it. We did a lot of walking tonight. A lot of walking.
So tough, this dog.
Down the streets. It looks like they're throwing water bottles towards Jake now.
Oh, Jake's out there
We do
still.
have to be careful here as things kind of splinter out and people kind of.
Let me see what's going on with that cat.
So I'm gonna
See if we got another one here.
While people exit out.
And
Filter out from the park here.
no, that's not what I want. My dog's freaking out.
There you go. Let me check in with the chat. See what you guys are saying.
Let's see here.
Looks like there's an older woman here.
I don't know if that dude's only on Twitch or not, but it could be. I'm not sure, but I don't even know if I'm going to try to even mess around with getting into that right now.
Right. So small group here screaming across the street at Jake. Not a whole lot going on.
I've been right there at that exact same spot and have done my best to help people not, get caught up in conflict, like.
Michelle, I think they're pretty much done for the night. I think
man, it's crazy though.
I think they're gonna kind of this is usually what happens. They'll start finish at the starting point. People kind of mosey around, share social medias. They'll wave out. They'll kind of get out of here and whatnot. But for the most part, just people kind of hanging out, discussing together about what's going on. I want to quickly again before we get finished with the stream tonight. I just want to say thank you to all the support, all you guys supporting the veterans out there. We do support our veterans by donating all of our funds to the VFW.org. The VFW.org is a veterans association. It is the largest veterans nonprofit organization and the longest standing veterans organization out there. It has over 1.5 million active and non-active military service members, a part of the VFW. Has over 6,000 post locations across the United States. So I encourage you to go to their website, VFW.org.
All right, we're just going to keep it on the stream for now then, because
and feel like supporting the VFW, please, by all means. Go support our veterans.
Yeah, it seems like he's wrapping up anyway. So, it's on
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, I didn't see him on YouTube. Witchy12, I appreciate that.
So again, thank you to everybody who has supported tonight.
Let me try one more time here.
Subscribe, sent any cash app donations, just followed. Any of your guys' love. I mean, it means a lot. Every bit counts,
yeah, for real. And if you guys are looking to support this gentleman right here, this is Primetime Patriot. Over on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. If you want to go ahead and make donations, guys, again, if anyone's able to be out here giving you guys an opportunity to see what's happening, I encourage it. I always send in a little too. You know what I mean? I always try to drop some bits or throw in a donation of some type. Just a couple bucks here and there. It makes a big difference, guys. It helps, even just the gas money.
You guys see me on camera and you see me by myself or you see me around, I'm actually not alone 99% of the times. It's just that I'm not going to give away the entire security details that I bring out or who's with me and all that stuff. So tonight, Again, thank you to everybody who supported on the ground, all the streamers, Jake, everybody that's been out here. I think Katie is out here, and I want to shout out to.
Oh, so Katie, yeah, she's
big
from
shout
Tacoma
out to
here.
all the restreamers out there, anybody supporting the channel, PT News Network, Joey from Crooked Nose, Hey Kappas. I want to say shout out to Shizbang, homie. It's good to see you out here, and looks like Aaron's here, you guys. Looks like Aaron. Maybe
So yeah, Hey Kappas was
he sees me,
that
now.
person, the girl that was the Katie that was down there.
I haven't been able to see it. Okay, shout out to Fuck Tommy. Shout out to everybody retweeting the streams out there. Looks like Aaron's out here. He's sitting out here.
But you know, I feel bad, guys, because I'm not.
They just dropped something. He picked it up. Okay, so
Josh. Okay.
Released the body camera footage. It looks like.
So yeah, the
documenting.
yeah, I found him. I'm just, you know, it's just another angle of the same thing. But you know, source your information, guys. You know, source it from different locations, and I'm not. This is why I typically, the reason that I'm showing this is because it's happening downtown right now. I don't ever just host watch parties really, or just post someone else's stream, because I don't. I'm not trying to. I don't endorse 100. I don't endorse anybody but myself. I can't speak for anybody else, and I would want someone else speaking for me. And I feel like I have to. I'm a representative of our community when I'm out there doing our thing, and I have to be clear that like I can't just put anyone out there as a representative of us. You know, so it's the same thing if I were to just put something up here. But I will give credit where credit's due. Like I said, I'm not trying to rip off somebody else's hard work. This dude's been out here, you know, getting handled by these people. They've been attacking him with everything. And this is Primetime Patriot, as the gentleman's.
I'm sorry. I don't care to be liked. You know, it's okay. You don't have to be liked. You don't have to be liked. You don't have to be liked. It's okay. It's okay. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna like hit me or something? Are you gonna assault me? What are you gonna do? You're gonna assault me, medic?
Why
you gonna assault me, medic? Where's Aaron?
He said he walked up to him and said, "Get away from me."
So Aaron's trying to skirt away.
But
go out here and take a peek.
But yeah, so
He's definitely trying to right now.
I just felt like it was hard for me to watch what was happening and not comment on what was going on. So this is what's happening out there. I've tried to keep the volume down.
He's running. He's skipping away.
On his end. Not
what's up, buddy?
In
Aaron, come say hi. I want to interview.
I don't know who he's.
Come talk to me. I want to interview, buddy.
I don't know who's going after now. This is when things go sideways, man. Like,
Aaron, I want to interview, buddy. Let's talk about it.
I wouldn't want to.
Hey, Aaron, I want to get your.
I wouldn't want to chase somebody down.
Hey, Aaron, you want to talk to the cops about what happened the other night with your hammer, Aaron? Or are you just gonna walk away? You want to talk about what happened with the hammer the other night, Aaron? When you pulled the hammer out? This guy just tried to throw some beer in my face. This guy's got his hand in his pocket.
This is why.
He's trying to hide right now. He's trying to get in the car. The car is.
Oh man, we're not trying to. Okay. Hey, I don't want to even. That's not what we're doing here. We're not doxing people. We're not putting people's. Just to be clear, we're not doing that. That's his business. If that's how he's feeling, and if here's the thing. So if it's getting down to that point, you guys, that's where I kind of pull the plug on what I'm willing to look at. Sorry, man, I keep getting jostled around here. Because I mean, I'm watching what he's doing now, and he's really just, I mean, he's pissing people off, really. You feel free to go watch it if you want. But for me and my purpose of what I'm trying to accomplish here is not to I'm not trying to put anybody on blast. You know what I mean? I don't need anybody's license plates number. Yeah, I don't need that. I'm not gonna do anything with it. I don't want anyone in my stream or anyone that's watching to do anything with that. There's no need for that. Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't personally be out that right there picking a fight, man. You got to be careful. If that's what you want to do, hopefully you got your mitts about you, because you're going to catch one, that does want to. You're going to find that one person that's like, bet, all right, if it's a fight you want, okay, let's throw down. And he's made it very clear he's a non-violent person. He keeps saying that. He said, I'm non-violent. Hold on. But
I think he's in this sequoia over here. This sequoia. I'm gonna go confirm.
dude, stop.
He's trying to
man.
leave and drop over the fucking curve over here.
Stop.
Let's see.
It's not okay, dude. Just let him leave. I don't know what happened with him the other night though. Apparently, I mean, if something did happen, I don't know. But it could have been the
No.
sorry, man, I can't figure out this camera here.
He dipped out of here, boys and girls.
Anyway,
he hid like a freaking scaredy cat. And
what happened? I don't know. But something with a hammer. Yeah, my data feed is a little jacked up because of the snowstorm we had. But Brenda, I appreciate that. You know, he says a lot of people say a lot of things. I don't know what I mean. So, but I didn't see the hammer incident, so I don't even know what he's talking about. Maybe he feels like he needs to go ahead and jump into that and get some more research because maybe I don't know if he was assaulted with a hammer. I don't know what happened there, but I hope not. That'd be terrible, man. I know a guy that got bashed on by a claw hammer. Actually, lived, which is crazy because that is a tool for destruction.
Sorry?
We're building.
What's that?
Will you please stop?
Stop what?
Will you please stop?
I'm sorry, what?
Will you please stop filming people?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm expressing my First Amendment.
See, okay, I get it, but
So you don't know where it's at all? You sure? Oh. You guys didn't come together? Oh, you guys seem to be hanging out a lot, Alyssa.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to get on. That's all right. Okay, yeah. So he's arguing with some person. I mean, he's pissed off about an incident with a hammer. And honestly, I think I did see a highlight about something that happened where someone ran up with a hammer, threw a hammer at him or something. Whatever happened there. Pam, I'm not sure what you asked about what I'm doing. You haven't seen me in a while out there because he's challenging the horse is what's going on. He's challenging to a game of horse. Oh man, he's just pissing people off. This poor kid's like, okay, I'm gonna cut off his volume now. So, one of the things that happened is so I haven't been out there because there has been a lot going on, and I haven't wanted to do this. I haven't wanted to be a part of that situation because it's non-productive. You know, it's a non-producer. Yeah, that's what's happening. But my patience level is plummeted, and my give a shit level also plummeted because it's just ineffective. You know what I mean? What's going on is, you know, I'm looking at it, and at this point, it's even deteriorated to him just kind of like getting into individuals, and that's his business. You know, let him handle that as he sees fit. But things have changed quite a bit. You know what I mean? With how things are getting done out there, it's crazy. You know, things are what they are. But that's about it for me. I'm not trying to go too far into things here. You know, I mean, if you guys want to watch him have an exchange with people, that's cool. That's his business. It looks like he's kind of dipping out on the situation and kind of heading out, catching people on the perimeter. That's where you're going to find yourself getting in trouble, man. I just think that you got to be really careful when you're putting people on blast at that point. Like it's like some TMZ type thing. You know what I mean? Like kind of just getting into people's grill, and no one likes that. You know what I mean? You got to be real careful with that. You know what I mean? Especially when you got hearing this dog behind me. I don't even know whose dog this is, man. Just freaking showed up one day and you can't get rid of him. Cannot get rid of this dog. You hearing him? What a hassle the dog is, man. I'm just playing. I love this guy, but he is down here just giving me the business right now. Before he's teaming up with like other people now, like. See, okay. It's hard not to watch. Okay. It's not what I want to put on blast right now, but it's hard not to look at it because it's just kids like having issues. They're just beefing with each other now. Dude just got. All right, I'm sorry. I gotta put it back on. Here we go.
Spray.
Now they're getting pepper sprayed. People are getting tased now.
He's got a phone. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
So you're stealing people's
No, he just
shit.
hucked someone's phone.
In the midst
Yeah, we're good.
of whatever the fuck you're representing right now.
I got it.
Because I'm not a part of any of this.
Back up.
What the fuck are you doing?
Okay, I'll back up.
I tried to get out, guys.
Oh,
I
yeah?
did.
Okay.
I did.
Spray with
Oh
the
man, I tried to get out. Yeah,
You see that bear spray?
there's someone in that group right there has a gun. That's
I'm not gonna
what's
touch my face.
scary
sprayed a
about
lot.
this whole thing is that
Yeah, lot. Yes. Primetime picture.
protest to police
Thanks, bro.
involved. Okay.
Back up. Back up. You're gonna get bear spray, buddy. Hey, you. Back up. Did you not fucking here? Get the fuck out of here.
I don't get.
A lot of bear spray.
Okay, it's funny. Not funny, but you remember this is the lens on his camera, not his, not face.
A lot of spiciness going on.
There's no cops.
Okay, I got you. Hold on to me. Come with me. No, I don't need that. I know. Just come with me. You're good. Just watch me.
Okay, what?
I got you. Yeah, I got it all over my face and shit. You're good. Back up. Come with me. Yeah, I got you. Come with me. Just follow me. Touch me. Grab my shoulder. Oh, just grab my shoulder.
I don't know if the dude that he's with got pepper sprayed pretty bad.
That's it. You're good. I got some wipes in my bag. Yeah.
See now, I don't know if the guy on the edge over there, if that's that Jake guy or not. I don't know who that dude is, but yeah, you got to know when to leave the party, man.
Spicy. Got it all in my mouth.
He said he was wearing goggles though. I'll give him. I mean,
Watch out.
Oh, there's a lot of pepper spray coming out of there. You see that? Just hosing it down from the bike.
Spraying that person on a bike, just like loading a whole can.
That's an easy fix, man. Just roll up and shove a stick into his spokes. You know what I mean? That's some old school, like schoolyard stuff right there.
1 second.
He just said it. It's time to go, man.
I am out. Here, the taser. I got the taser. Any guys need wipes?
I'm sorry, man. A taser make you
Got
jump.
shit all over my hands.
It's worse. Is pepper spray, man.
It's all on my face.
Yeah, there's just clouds of pepper spray and people getting hosed down with mace. And I called it. I was like, man, he's going to go out looking for issues and the issues are going to find him. And sure as shit, you end up getting hosed down with some pepper spray, bro. That sucks, man. I'm sorry, bro. That sucks for you. But the old boy had an umbrella right when we came back in. Dude had an umbrella. He's like, back up. And I don't know who it was, but walked up every time, just tased the dude with the umbrella. And it's just, yeah, that sucks, man. Didn't he say he had like eye wash? Which I always carry in my kit, man. I always keep Sudicon. Hey, thanks to the donations for that one. You guys sent that to me in a care package. It's the CJ cough. Yeah, there's his milk and magnesia. Don't put milk and magnesia in your eye, dude. Well, make sure it's proper stuff, man. You put people just put milk in there. It's so bad, dude. The enzymes get in there and mess your stuff up. You don't want that. Yeah, Yvonne. That's Yvonne Hubbard said it, man. This is where things start getting trippy. This is when it stopped. It's more for like paparazzi type thing, right? Like if you're engaging with people and you're pissing them off, like he said he had a mom. You know, I just gonna piss someone off, man. Like for most part, the people that he was rolling up on, no, Jason, this wasn't the recent shooting by the museum. This was a man last night, Tuesday night. There was a 2-officer involved shooting, a guy with a knife down on Alaskan Way, I believe, or off Seneca, somewhere in there, which is kind of like Seneca in Alaska. It's kind of like down by the waterfront, down by the Seattle Ferry, Seattle Bremerton Ferry, Seattle Bainbridge Ferry. Linda, you'd have to go over to his feed and see. I don't know if that dude, if Jake is live right now or not. They make a living doing this, usually in Portland. Yeah, man. I mean, people. Jason, it's a tough one, man, because I think the guy probably had mental issues.
I'm good.
So looks like everyone's gearing up and heading out, you know?
Squeeze in, boys.
Well, I want to Uber that one up then, man.
Squeeze in, back. Lost my eyes.
Just need to stop that bullshit, because if I was out there, that wouldn't have happened to me. I wish motherfucker would. Tracy is tough, right? Like what you're saying is like.
Get that. In the door. Go.
It's like they're trying to make a big getaway or something, man. Net guns. Some real. Jason says we need net guns. He's talking about some real Batman stuff now, man. Like we need some real Batman crowd control.
You're good, bro.
I got this shit in my car.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well,
Do I get out? No, you're good. You're good.
No, we're gonna go down a block and then we'll stop.
Okay.
what's crazy is they have to get out of that area now, right?
Yes, that was,
Like you hear them talking, like, "Oh, we need to get out of here. We need to get, we need to like, you know, leave the area."
Fuck that taser, man. It's the bear mace is way worse.
See, that's what I said.
oh yeah,
He said,
yeah. The bear mace is the fucking roll.
bear spray sucks, dude. I mean, can't see anything. Getting tased, like, ow, you know, like if you, I'm a big dude, so like maybe it doesn't hurt as much. I don't know, but like at 250 pounds, like I've been zapped several times. It's just kind of like, whatever. But eyeballs are eyeballs. I don't care how tough you are. When you get hit up in the face, that sucks, man. Bear mace, regular mace, pepper spray. I don't care if you get some freaking sriracha. It's all crap. It all sucks. It all sucks really bad, you know. Man. Only gonna follow me. Oh, hey, Yvonne, I appreciate that, man. But I recommend you know, make source your information. You know, make sure to check around and see what's out there, see what's going on, talk to, you know, look at other things. But with these kinds of things, man, people be tripping, y'all. But it just okay, because here's the thing. So one of the issues I have is one of the protests, one of the last ones that I was on in Seattle, that I followed. Things went sideways. At the end, they ended up blowing up Starbucks, you know, busting out the windows, throwing some mortar shells in there, whatever. Which is, it's crazy that that's so nonchalant now. That's just kind of what happens. But you see my cheeks even get flushed. I guess we're worked up watching this stuff even. But was right off the bat, like there's a couple hundred people there, and they were like, "Hey, CJ, we don't want anyone streaming until the police show up." And I was like, "You know what, man? Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. God bless." But I was like, "All right, listen, I'm not here to start a fight. At least they asked me. This is their they advertised for this march. So I was like, all right, fair play. No problems. This is your event. Cool. No problem." So I just walked, I was just walking with the group. And for the most part, like 90%, 80%, I don't know, I'm terrible with numbers, but they were chilled, man. They were marching, saying things that I maybe didn't agree with, because some of it was very conflicting, but didn't matter. And then they started breaking some stuff, and then of course they made it to the Starbucks. But what got me was that like I hadn't really just walked with the march in a while, like without carrying a microphone or a camera. And so just walking with it was a different vibe, you know, and being just present. I felt uncomfortable. I felt really uncomfortable. And then people actually were approaching me, and most of the people approached me like, "Hey man, you know, what's up?" I'd been out of town for a while, kind of on that long stretch where I was out in the Midwest, out in Kenosha and whatnot. And they were like, "Hey man, it's good to see you. You know, it's good to have you back. You know, it's good to see you back here in Seattle." I'm like, "Yeah, man, thank you." You know, and those are people that are in Black Bloc. You know, people medics for the Black Bloc for the Antifa kids that were like, chill. You know, it was chill because they created this image that like we're the enemy, that I'm the enemy, or that anyone's the enemy. I'm not out there antagonizing anybody, but you gotta sometimes you do have to push back. But in that situation, I was, you know, where didn't have a camera on, and then other people came like, "Hey man, you better not film us or else." And I was like, "Or else what, man? Like what? Okay, go away." But I got to that point where what I was seeing happen and what I was hearing people say, like I didn't like at all. Like if I was just a participant in that particular march, I would have wanted to leave. I would have bounced. I'd have been like, "No, I'm good." Looks like he broke the lens to his camera there. I wouldn't want to be a part of it. I would have left. I would have full on been like, "No, man, this isn't my vibe." Even if I support what the message is, that this might have been part of the message, I still would have not, you know, I would have been like, "No, man, this is not going to work." I mean, they had been like, "That's just ridiculous." You know what I mean? Curious what got busted on his camera. Looks like his top lens got smashed. Yeah. Asylums, those were rather terrible. They're a psych program. I don't know about asylums. Those sound terribly scary as hell, actually. I have those wipes in my car. But so yeah, the they broke his lens. Was that in a little scuffle that he got into with the guy with the umbrella? Huh. Yeah. Got against Starbucks. Yvonne, they don't like coffee. If it's not like organic, you know, free range, local, it's not acceptable. They have issues with, to be fair, they have issues with major corporations that they feel aren't giving back to the communities that they are a part of. So that's why you see a lot of the focus of the anger going towards Starbucks and Amazon and some of the major banking. They have issues with these businesses and with these establishments because they feel like they've gentrified a lot of these neighborhoods and haven't done enough to help with funding that could be appropriated to better service people that have been kind of pushed out due to the gentrification. And that's one of the arguments, and it goes deeper. I'm sure for many people, but that's definitely one of the big things that came up, and a lot of other things we've covered. So, they're and then they have that the stance that it's people over property. So it's like insurance will cover property damage, but we got to preserve people's lives. But we've seen it in Kenosha and all over the place where small businesses have been destroyed and damaged in a big way. And that is someone's livelihood, you know what I mean? And that's where it's like, all right, man, we got to draw a line. There has to be some kind of standard here, that we hold ourselves to, that we hold accountable to, because who's to say what's acceptable? Who gets to put a target on what business and what establishment? Who says what's acceptable to be attacked and destroyed? It's interesting. Jason said, okay. I didn't know about the coffee shop. Anarchist-owned coffee store here in Olympia coincidentally moved across the street when Starbucks got run out of town. They also, the HQ for BLM and the local anarchist mutual aid group. Huh? It drove off the competition, apparently. That's just tactful business right there. That's some Wild West stuff, man. So yeah, it's tough because Burial Grounds, is that the name of the coffee place? Burial Grounds Coffee, Jason. And again, thank you for the people over on YouTube. Some of those donations that come through, I appreciate the support for the stream, y'all, and the bits on Twitch. Tammy, thank you for doing such hard work over there, as well as the rest of the mods, Steph, and everybody else that's in here doing your thing. Matt, I've been doing okay, man. Been doing okay. I've been working, you know what I mean? Like I said, I work a full-time job too, to pay the bills and, try to get things pumped up so that I can do this, eventually, whatever this turns into full-time. But got overhead, man. And, we're not, I don't know well, there are some streamers out there that are making their living on it, but I'm not. It'd be great if I could. If you guys could help make that happen, that'd be awesome. So if you want to become a supporter on Facebook, that helps out a lot. Jump into Twitch, get a subscription there. If you've got Amazon Prime, you automatically get gifted a free subscription. Jump in there with that, and then YouTube as well. And if anything, guys, just share the stream. That means a lot if you're able to do that. And just send the streams out there. Share, follow, set up notifications on YouTube, and check out Twitch, man. We got some cool stuff going over there too. And we're gonna try to spend more time on the different platforms. And we got a lot more studio stuff coming up too. I got a lot of cool interviews that are loaded up that we got coming up. It's just a matter of getting people. A lot of people are kind of tough schedules to work with. So, and yeah, if anything else, guys, just share, follow the stream. That means a lot. Is this a policeman? They're just over here in front of a business, flushing their eyes out after getting pepper sprayed, and someone walked up on him and was like, "Are you Antifa?" He said, "No, we're not Antifa. We just got attacked by Antifa." Clint, man, I appreciate that. Clint Brantley over on Facebook. You're the man. That's you. Yeah. It's just wild to see folks. But let's be clear, man. Look at this dude, man. Is that his security? That guy looks like he's got a couple of pistols on him. He's like the Punisher. Oh, never mind. He was standing on the curb. So that guy was about to say, that guy looks like he's 7 feet tall. He's a giant, but he's standing up on a little planer box or something. I'm a moron. What are you gonna do?
You know what?
You're a fucking warrior, dude. I love you, man.
Sorry I had to quit so early. I was having fun.
No,
They thought I was with them until I stopped that big fat dude.
She said they thought I was with them until I stopped that big fat dude. Yeah, man. DJ Tesseract. I don't know all the details, but the protest that they had tonight was a candlelit vigil for the gentleman that was killed by the police on Tuesday, and but he had a knife. 2 people were shot. Hey, Mary Shevlin over there with that super sticker. That's what's happening. Thank you very much for jumping in on that, making that happen. Good looking out. Very cool of you.
The solution I have gave you.
But yeah, don't mistake your own breakdowns for everyone else's. Andy, I'm not sure what you mean, Andy. So yeah, I'm about done with Twitch. Hey Scott, you and me both, man. Scott Mendoza said he's a terrible gamer. I'm like, man, I don't know. I've never been a gamer before, but this is IRL thing is VR type stuff. But it's real reality. See the dude right there with the jeans? I didn't see the little curb that he's standing under. They're calling him out by name now. No, you're good, Andy. It's all good. I just wasn't sure what you're talking about. Yeah, we don't game on Twitch. I don't game, guys. I don't do gaming. It's just never been my jam. I get too impatient, and
shit, that was terrible.
Yeah, it sucks, man. They're just. Why don't? Well, okay, maybe they started off together, but I would imagine it'd be better if these dudes rolled out as a group. Also 5 times your size. I won't talk to you about fear as soon as you stop. Yeah, Mary, you're very welcome. I appreciate that. Yeah. Finish the damn story you started. Wish you would finish the damn story you started.
Sorry, the feed is just.
I wish you would finish the damn story you started. Tina, I'm sorry, man. If Tina Alto, Provost Alto, I don't know if I get distracted sometimes.
Let's walk.
Okay, deuces. Was there something that you wanted me to finish the story on?
Everything before I leave. I need my goggles, my light. I don't want to forget my light again.
What? Okay, it's funny when people say, "I'm leaving." Okay.
Just throw it.
I wouldn't know you were leaving if you just left.
Oh, I just gotta go that way, not too far.
I'll walk with you, brother.
You're on POV and I have mine. It's okay, Tina. We're all. Hey, looks. These guys out here look like they're having a worse night. Getting pepper sprayed, that would suck. We're all allowed to have a rough night. You can be grouchy. It's okay. It's it's hump day. We just got to get through Wednesday, y'all.
Thank you all so much for everything.
Yeah, so he's getting handled right now. He's getting all taken care of. He's okay. He's gonna be all right. I'll tell you what's gonna suck though is when you get maced
I'll be back in a little bit.
at night. So when you get pepper sprayed in the evening, no, trust me, this does make a difference. When you get pepper sprayed at night, it sucks because you get tired and then you start yawning, and those tear ducts activate all of the pepper spray that's in there, tear gas as well. When that tear gas is in there, and it just immediately, you don't think about it, you yawn, and then everything burns because it's deep inside your eye. Like you get surface cleaned off, but the stuff that's settled into your tear ducts, whoo, no good at all. It sucks, man. Andy, have you been to a country outside the United States and seen a breakdown of a country? Sounds like Joe. Sounds like you and Andy are having a pretty decent conversation. Keep it cool though, y'all. Sounds like you guys are doing okay. It seems like you guys are teetering on the edge of it becoming one of those like you said, kind of a pushing or shoving match type thing. Doesn't need to be. Hold up a second, man. I gotta let this dog out. My dog is freaking out on me over here. 1 second, y'all. Come here. This way. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? That dog of mine. But what do you wash your eyes when you get tear gassed? Honestly, it's the same thing. You got to use the milk and magnesia blend helps. Visine, some eye flush. I wish I had my go bag. I do. Hold up 1 second. I'll grab my go bag. I'll show you guys kind of what I carry with my stuff, kind of like the go-to stuff. And then I typically keep some eye flush as well. 1 sec. Oh, sorry. My bad. Hold up. So yeah, this is one of the right here, one of the kits that I carry with me when I'm out doing my thing. Let me get the camera right down here. Let's kind of see what's going on a little better, possibly. We'll see. Yeah, we got. So I always bring an umbrella just in case, mostly because it rains. You know what I mean? Not because I want to do the umbrella squad, but it's gonna rain out here. You already know that much. What's in the front here? Goggles. You need to have your goggles on you. So I always carry these ones because they typically work better when you've got these got a rubber gasket around them. So when you rock these bad boys, like you might look all that cool, but you know, it keeps that rubber seal around your face so that the tear gas and pepper spray doesn't get into your actual eyes. But then you got to carry like just your impact round ones. These are just these ones you wear just so that you don't get hit in the eyeball by projectiles. Yeah, because that's what sucks is when you get you don't want to get hit in the face with a remember Trumpet Man. I remember watching him get shot in the face with one of those pepper rounds. And that thing just ripped his face. I'll show you right here. I'll show you guys. Since we're talking about this, check this guy out. So this is an impact. This is the first impact baton I ever got shot with. So here, I'll give you an example on the back of my phone here. So here's the back of my phone, right? That's the impact baton right there. So you guys can get a point of reference there. That's how big that thing is. Like my hand, it's legit. Like it's stupid how big this thing is. So yeah, that thing tagged me in the hip. I thought I shattered my hip bone. It was crazy. It knocked me on my feet. Boom. I've got a whole collection of just sandbags and a bunch of different crazy ordnance that I got shot with. Less lethals. But this is an impact baton. I mean, imagine getting hit in the head. That would do someone damage. But the yeah, Charlotte, I'm ready for my petty. But the those pepper balls, they're almost like glass, you know what I mean? But they got the pepper powder in there, and it's like basically like 9 to 10 yards of a cloud that when they pop, it disperses. But I saw Trumpet Man get tagged in the face, and it ripped his cheek wide open. He's bleeding everywhere. It's crazy. And then of course you've got your respirator, your little, I keep the filters in here, not attached because you want to keep those fresh. So you can pop this guy out. Sorry, I was upside down here. Pop it on. And that's really, that's good for tear gas and pepper spray because even when there's a cloud of pepper spray, it's hard to breathe through that. And I'll jump into that in a second. So then you got your filters. You got to keep your filters on you. And then these things are a lifesaver right here. So these Sudocon wipes right here. These things are they're an irritant spray decontamination wipe is what they say. But whenever you get the pepper spray on your face or tear gas and all that on you, like it just burns nonstop. It burns so bad. So these things are a lifesaver for wiping it all off, just getting it all wiped down. So that's the go-to. Carry a pocket knife as well. That's just that, that's those. And then in every one of my go bags, I have 2 or 3 of these things, actually, these go kits, because you never can tell. And ever since Kenosha, I've been really conscious about having one of these with me everywhere I go as well, which is a triage bag. And so these triage kits have, first and foremost, it's got a tourniquet in it. So this bag, and as you guys saw what happened in Kenosha with Gage, like these things literally will save a life. I had no idea how to use it at the time. And through the grace of God and a little bit of coaching at the moment, I was able to get it on Gage after he got his arm shot by Kyle Rittenhouse. And so my guy, John Lorena over at Straight Up Security, STR8 Up Security. Check him out if you guys need any security needs. He put me through a crash course on how to use all the trauma equipment, just to make sure we knew what we had in the bag and how to use it all. And so also in the bag, you've got your gloves, just in case you have to do anything with that. And some other stuff that's pretty scary to think that you might need, but you actually do need to have these things. So one of those things is this guy right here. And this is basically, it's a seal that you put on a bullet wound or a stab wound. It's like, basically it's like for chest wounds, chest or stomach wounds. And so that'll help just stop the bleeding. It's not going to, these are meant just for basically helping to get you to where you need to get the proper treatment. These are all Band-Aids. Some are a little bit more intense than others. Then you got the hemostatic gauze. So these ones actually are pretty good these are for severe bleeding, moderate to severe bleeding. And you can also really these Z folds, you can really like ratchet these bad boys down. And then of course, oh, this is the other one here too. Yeah. So this is the other one that's it's an NAR emergency trauma field dressing, which is another one of those the gauze sets. And these ones are also meant for they've got like kind of like a built-in style tourniquet that you can use to really ratchet that thing down too. What else we got in here? This guy is pretty wild. So this is in case someone's got a blocked airway and you have to basically do CPR, or if they've got something blocking their trachea. It's a nasopharyngeal airway support rubber panel. It comes with, so I taped mine to it, but a lot of them don't have this, but this is the it's like a lubricant that you take. I just taped one to it because that's to help it actually get down in there as it does. Some scissors, which you need to have. I got some good. I got these ones are actually really good. I got these ones. These are a Gerber or not Gerber. What is the name of the store actually downtown? They're for electrical work, but these are great for cutting through just about everything. These are the Southwire ones, and then just some regular tape. But that's all stuff that I keep in my typical kit. And it's just crazy because, I mean, you wouldn't think that you need all this stuff, going out into the field. And then, of course, this guy right here, which, one second. Oy. And then the last thing here that actually this is the first thing I put on now. Like every time I go out now, it's crazy to have to wear a vest. And I don't have a press sticker, you know what I mean? Something that I wear press. That used to be the thing. Like when you first started getting these things, was to make sure you had like yourself distinguished as pressed. But it's not even about that now. It's just about being safe. And being as low profile as possible. Because you don't want, like I say, you don't want to be the story. You just want to be able to cover it. But this one was gifted to me actually by one of the member of our community out in Kenosha, whose son was a sheriff out there. And the nice part about this one is it's got like the center mass protection here. So with that, you've got these slip-ins. So you got your Kevlar, and then I've got another hard plate that goes in there. So I double down on my vitals. So you've got this guy, and then this guy right here. And basically that just keeps your center mass protected. And then your back, of course. But this also works really well as a stab vest. It's good up to like 50 caliber handguns. Or close range 45, I guess. You know what I mean? Anyway. So yeah, that's, I don't really wear a helmet. I mean, I have one floating around here. I was just going through the trunk of my car, actually, and I have a ton of gear back in the back of my car that I used to carry with me everywhere I went because you need it. You just need to have it all. And I had a bunch of extra stuff too, because people that I was with typically would come up short on stuff. And there's nothing worse than being out there and needing it and then not having it, because it can make for a really bad day. And then Tums, plenty of Tums, man, because my stomach is always upset. Like these guys right here. These are the ones. These are the jams right here. Again, thanks to the to you guys, the viewer, for helping dial those in, because these are the chewy kind. Are great, but when you live off of stress, tear gas, and coffee, Cindy, you're right. I've got more stuff. One second. We've got to shut the door. Oh, you're good. One sec. I got actually one or two more things here that I'll show you guys. man, tell you what, the field office here, you guys. Got to stay fully equipped. Yeah, Fran, good to see you. So let me set this stuff down here real quick. Got to throw these headphones back on. I can never tell how the sound is. But we got, so Terry, you're right. All the beef sticks are over there. What does it say? What about AR-15 rounds, Jeff Scott? No, man, I'm not, I don't have, it's not rifle plating, Jeff, to be clear. Though I do have, since you mentioned that, hold up. Oh, yeah. All right. 1 second here. So, Jeff was just asking about 223 rounds and AR-15 rounds. So that's what this guy's for. So that's my other vest, which is with my rifle plating, and that is definitely for high velocity impact rounds like that. So, but this one is, first off, when it's fully loaded, it's heavy as hell. I'm not gonna lie. But I always carry both my vests, and then I've got an extra vest as well, just in case I got someone doing security with me that needs a vest. But then there's, I got, thank you to, again, all you guys that jumped in on the wish list and birthday list and everything. But I got a bunch of these trauma packs that I carry with me as well, which are great to have because I've seen multiple people get stabbed at protests. I've seen, obviously, people getting shot or pinball. I'm going to revoke my contribution. Loki Mantis. I doubt you're going to get banned for coffee or pinball. Yes, fuzzy. Yes, it's fuzzy. Cool. The feed, guys. Again, I can't help it if it's a little choppy right now. These guys right here too. These hydration multipliers. These are huge. These have been great because when I was dealing with why are you popping in here? When I was dealing with a lot of the heat of the summer, running around, these things were great, man. Like, just throw one of these in a water bottle, and apparently for every one, it's like having three, I guess I'm going to say 12 ounce. One stick is the equivalent of 3 12-ounce things of water. So, which this summer, man, I lost a lot of weight just running around doing everything. It was crazy. Loki Mantis, good looking. I love that. Appreciate you having my back. At one point I weighed all my gear and I had 38 pounds of gear that I was carrying with me, with all of the different stuff that I had between water bottles, the rifle plating that I had. It was, the rifle plating alone weighs just about everything. It was probably a little more than that, actually, with the full pack. I think with the rifle plating and just like what I had on me, plus my bag of stuff, man. It was crazy. Then I got, this thing is super cool. So this was, again, another gift from you guys, from the community. This thing right here is slick. It's a what do they call it here? It's a black standard baseball cap. But the cool part about this cap is, I'll show you. I got one that's open right there. I don't know why I didn't use that one, because I got 2 of them. So on the inside of this cap, it's got like it's a hard liner in there. So you can rock your baseball cap, and then it protects you from like impact to your head, which is good because I got a massive dome piece, y'all. But I never would have thought that I'd need this much protection until I was around so many things that I was not expecting to see. And yeah, you guys, a lot of that was in the Kenosha videos, the stuff we're talking about from Kenosha, which isn't available right now. We do have that. Keep in mind, it will be coming out soon, sooner than later. Hey, we'll give it some time, Proud. We'll get Proud Soul. We'll logo it up. But yeah, that's something that unfortunately we had to pull down. We got pulled down, but we got it taken care of, and so we got it going. We're getting it taken care of. stuff coming out. Keep you guys remind you of the things that not just happened, but all the amazing things that's come in the healing in Kenosha, things that have come from that. You know, the incredible amount of camaraderie and yeah. It's just amazing to watch that city come together the way it did. You know, the community there is amazing. Ranger's life. Okay. Yeah. Proud soul. The first set of, it was a Ranger. Actually, it was an airborne Ranger. If I remember correctly, I think it was an airborne Ranger. The night after, Kyle Rittenhouse, happened, the shootings in Kenosha, one of the viewers came down from, I don't want to say Green Bay, but it was a little bit further north, with full tack gear. I mean, tack, Kevlar helmet, the whole nine, like head to toe. And we were marching, like we were on a march, and we marched. It was like 95 degrees that night, so hot. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Well, hey, this comes into anyway. The Rangers baseball team. No, I'm living in Seattle. I'm living in Seattle right now. But showed up, and then I marched for like 4 or 5 hours with this stuff on. I probably lost like 20 pounds that night. It was crazy. Like I didn't have my hydration stuff then. If I would have, it'd been a lifesaver. I needed it. Trust me on that one. It definitely needed it because it's tough. But you know, DJ Tesseract. Yes, we do have some CJTV swag. We don't have. We're working on getting everything finalized right now as far as like our merch. Yes, we will have some merch coming out, and we do have some of the old school, like some of the originals here right behind me. Let me grab it real quick. Man, these headphones. But yeah, we got some of the retro gear that we'll be re-releasing here before too long, and that's like our old school hoodies with our first logo, and that's the one that you actually see like right there on the shirt, right there. Boom, 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 boom. We get it like that. So yeah, and yeah, so we got those. We're getting them. We're kind of getting everything reworked with the merch shop right now, and we're working on the website too. So that's where you're gonna be able to see that too. Is on the website, which is still under construction, but it's there and it's available if you guys want to go check it out. CJTV.live. Go take a look, man. Yeah. Wait, hey Jeff, you were down in Las Vegas during that the country festival, the shooting that happened down there. Man, that was horrific. You know what else? Someone just sent me an email, and we kind of went back and forth, and they reminded me of the shooting that happened at the club, the LGBTQ club. I think it was like 47 people got killed. Man, that just blows my mind, man. Like you don't hear about it really. I mean, 47 people, and then Jeff, how many people got shot? How many people died, or how many people died in that Las Vegas shooting that you were at, the country festival? Yeah, it was crazy in Seattle tonight. You know, the club in Miami. Yep. Yeah. Down in Florida. Yeah. Which is nuts, man. I mean, that 47 people. That's just a massacre. Terrible, man. So 58. There's 58 people that were shot in Vegas during that shooting. That's terrible, man. You know, and you wouldn't think that would happen. So, man, that's crazy. So, yeah, the website, guys, is fully up and running. Steph, close. It's LIVE. CJTV.live. And 465 wounded. It just blows my mind, man. But you can go over to the website for memberships and for merchandise. Definitely check it out. We got new merch being developed right now, which is super cool. We got it's going to be the signature line. It's kind of like my sigil. It's going to be the representative, kind of like my totem, my spirit animal is going to be kind of running as part of our key line for our merchandise. And we're really pushing motivation and positive messages. So we're going to be leaning on that too. So some good stuff, man. Some cool stuff that I would want to wear. I'm a big hoodie guy. I like having hoodies. I've got a stack of them behind me over here, things that I really like. And but man, that it blows them. You know what scares me, guys, in America right now? and not just in America, anywhere in the world. But I remember school shootings, and you don't hear about them anymore. Not that they don't happen. That's the thing too, is they don't talk about it. But there was a lot that happened that we didn't know about as well. And then we had the ones, there was a prayer circle shooting, and then you had it ramped up to Columbine. You guys remember? And you kept hearing in the news they were saying things like the worst shooting since. And then that became a theme, and it was like that was the worst one since. And it was a nod at the one that happened before, but everyone was just like, oh my God, I can't believe. But we were forgetting that it was a school shooting before. There was like one where it was like a fourth grader who like pulled a fire alarm and started shooting at people in the crowd. It blew my mind. And then I started looking at the statistics there, and the amount of school shootings that were happening that were not even making the main screen. They weren't making the mainstream media. And that's just some broken people, man. Like, it scares me to think, and the conversation actually, this comes back full circle. What scared me about that conversation that I was having earlier about the club in Miami was we were talking about kids and how, and I don't want to bring people down on a terrible note here, but the conversation was about how a friend of hers, their son, he took his own life, and he was in 7th grade. And we were talking. It was tough because she was asking if I wanted to do a story on it, and I didn't really know how to approach it. I didn't know what direction to go with that. That specifically, I felt that it had been the parents that reached out to me, maybe, but it was a friend of hers and they definitely didn't want to. I wouldn't want to put anyone's family in that position. With such an incredible tragedy, but it did shine a light on some things that we were talking about, which was we're losing sight of a lot of the things that are the drawback effects of a lot of the quarantine, and a lot of things that have happened. These people have been isolated, and a lot of young people, they don't know how to deal with a lot of this. They're not processing this properly. You know what I mean? And it scares me to think that right now, like, people, aren't really sure how to deal with what's going on. They're not seeing a lot of positivity. And the sad part is when people lose hope, that's when people start doing desperate things. And young people, especially, they need to thrive on motivation. I mean, if you think about it, when you're a little kid, like, even to get kids to like brush their teeth or whatever, like, you got like a song you sing, get them motivated to brush your teeth and, wash your hands. You know what I mean? Like, the simple things, but those if you think about that on a big scale, like going into being adults, like moving through those phases, like, these kids need more motivation and need things to help them remember that all the tragedies that they're seeing out here and all the craziness, like even in Seattle, like, that's not what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's not what the world's really all about. What's happening within that. And that's what scares me about things like tonight, about this protest, is that there's an opportunity to educate people as to why everyone's upset. There's an opportunity to tell the world, and young people especially, I feel, because that should be a priority, I think, for everybody as we work through things, why people are upset, what you feel so strongly about, and what you want to do about it. Because someone told me once, it's only a problem if there's a solution. Otherwise, it's just an issue. And if you have an issue, that's your issue, not my issue. So if you have a problem, let's come up with a solution. You can't come up with a solution unless you're talking about it collectively. Otherwise, it's your idea of how you think it should be solved, and that's unilateral decision. You can't do that. You can't do it. It's not going to solve the problem. So for me, I look at it and I see all of these people, and I have to imagine these are young minds, guys. And I celebrate the youth, and especially young minds. I think that some of the most amazing things in the world are yet to come, and they're going to come from the minds of the unexpected youth, the ones that we don't really see coming. It's going to come out of left field, and some incredible things are going to happen. I'm very optimistic about that. But I see these people out there protesting, and they are young, and I can say that safely now that I'm 73 years old. But what gets me is that in those crowds, there are some beautiful minds. There are some brilliant, brilliant people that are out there protesting. I feel safe. No, I can't even say that, because you got people that maybe they even got misguided. They didn't realize that what they were doing was not what they should be doing. And so maybe it is, we could have the cure for cancer walking around out there smashing up a Starbucks. I don't know. But there's a chance, and if we could provide a healthy, safe platform for people to actually exercise their brilliance, what could we accomplish, man? Like, what could we do? Like, what kind of amazing advance could we have in this world if we were to allow people the safety and the freedom to cultivate that brilliance, you know what I mean? And encourage them and build them up and let them know that they actually are meant for doing just that, for building, you know what I mean? Not for destroying, not for tearing things down and ripping them apart. We have an opportunity to work with these young people, you know, and encourage them, man, encourage them to be, you know, the next great leaders. Because whether we like it or not, you guys, I think students make up something like 38% of the nation, 38, 40%, somewhere in there, probably less now because of COVID. But they make up 100% of our future, you know, and those are some of those like broad sweeping statistics that, you know, whatever, but that's facts. That's 100% of our future. We're going to rely on these minds to take care of us when we're all old. You know what I mean? Liberty laden. I gotta say, I guarantee you here, hate me if you will. Somebody just said there's no brilliance in Antifa. I honestly think that I can't agree with that. I can't agree. I think that even within that group, within people that are in that mindset, probably the most hardcore people in that group, in that belief system, I'm fully against fascism, 100% against it, which by my definition makes me an anti-fascist. I don't claim a moniker of Antifa. So these kids that really get indoctrinated into that Antifa mindset and they get into that group, it's scary because then that group takes control of what they're thinking, how they act and what they do. Instead of them individually like helping to steer the collective, they become a puppet within the collective. And it's sad because you have what could have been the launching pad for a brilliant, you know, movement of you know, young energy that's going to help change the very fabric of the things that they're really fighting for. Instead, it gets absorbed by this mass of manic stupidity. And it sucks because you see it happen time and time again. And then you can tell there's these people that you'll try to talk to, even in Antifa and in these groups, man, that you'll want to talk to, and they'll want to talk to you. They'll be right there on the edge. They'll be right there teetering like, oh, getting ready. But then someone around is like, will say like, hey, we don't talk to press, or we don't talk to this guy, or this guy's a chud, or whatever, you know? And then they shut down, you know, more than just verbally inside. They're like, oh man, maybe I'm not allowed to talk to these people, because we shut down communication. We shut down opportunities for us to have real interaction. And I'm telling you, it's, you know, that I think is the biggest threat to liberty right there is the violation of our communication, our ability to relate, not just on a social platform, but I mean with people, like real communications. You know, when people stop talking to each other, when we stop being able to like have an over the fence conversation and handshake with our neighbor, you got some problems, guys. That's when we're going to start seeing some real issues in our nation, in the world. You know what I mean? When people start getting really isolated, like we already are, and we start taking that to heart, you know, F you, you're not me. You don't think like me, so you're against me. When that starts becoming more of the mass generalization of people's beliefs and the way they operate and the way they structurally kind of navigate their relationships, then we're going to start seeing some real decay of the way that we as America operate. And it's you see it right now, man. You see it. You're with me or against me, you know? And then if you're against me, I hate you. Immediately I hate you. Like you heard the shit that was being said to what's his name again? Primetime Patriot. I'm sorry, I forgot his first name. Like, you know, we hope you choke on shit and die. Like, you know, I'm gonna kill your family. I'm gonna kill your mom. Like, I'm gonna kill you. Like the hate has now filled the void, or filled that delta of communication, because we want to reach out to people, right? Like we're naturally, like they've done studies, like the human contact is a necessity. It's a requirement. We need that. We have to have it to survive, to sustain. What kills me is that once you take that away, that natural connection, that like, yo, give me a hug. I love you. I love you. We're cool because we're both humans, and you're different. I'm different, but that's okay, because the differences are things we can celebrate. Instead of there being that understanding, that void is filled with confusion and a lack of understanding. And when people get, you know, confused, they get angry. You know, people don't like being put on the spot, and people don't like the unknown, you know, and if you don't know what's going on, deal with it in the worst possible way, you know, wishing the worst on people. But, man, it's so, I mean, we need to talk more, you know what I mean? But we need to think about the impact we're having on our young people. And I think I say this a lot, and I'm going to always say it, I'm going to keep going back to it. if we can't focus our attention on helping to instill positivity in our young people, and doing more than just that, because that's almost just like wishful thinking. If we can't collectively work on building them a healthy and safe platform for them to operate using those ideals and those ethics and those the ethos that we're hopefully giving them, the moral compass and the values that we should be giving them at home, like right off the bat, like feeding that into them, then we're not doing anything productive for our future at all. You know what I mean? It's a lost cause. You know, we could fight in the street all day if we want. We can be as pissed off at Starbucks. We can be as pissed off at, it'll change nothing. Absolutely nothing. It'll just be anger feeding anger, be getting more anger. If we're not collectively finding a thing to, like a cause that we can work on that's going to make a real impact. And I'm telling you guys right now, if we can't start instilling these ideas into our young people, forget about it. You know, forget about it, because they're going to step in, and what are we going to give them? You know, here's my hate, anger, and rage. Take it, young friend. Lead the country. Guess what we got coming? You know what I mean? It's tragic, man. We got so much more potential here, guys. So much more potential as a nation. You know, we collectively here, however many hundreds of people are in here right now with us, we collectively as a community could reach out to a young mind tomorrow, today, tonight, whenever, and put positive affirmations into that brain, and instill in that heart the belief, the fundamental belief that they are capable, that they are wonderful, that they are amazing, and that they are talented, and that they are intelligent, and that they are meant for greatness. Like, if we can't do that with every single young mind that we touch, then you're not serving a purpose, man. Because those are the minds. Those are the minds. Every chance, every opportunity that you exchange with a young person is a chance for you to fill them some affirmations, positive affirmations, or to confirm negativity. And I tell you guys right now, man, they got so much negativity being pumped into their brains all day, every day, like just being socially dripped into their ear, like, you know, toxic honey. You know, hey Tracy, the kids they're hard headed. You know what I mean? But it comes down to those values, right? Like the things that are taught in home. And here's what's hard too is we have a lot of broken homes, and I'm not saying that like blaming people that are in broken homes. I came from a broken home. But it means that we need more mentors. You know, we need more people that have gone through that. Us older generation, the people that are in our shoes right now that have gone through rough times, you know what I mean? That have experienced a lot of like the hardships, you know what I mean? We need, Natalie, good night. We need those people to step up and reach out and find a young person that they can mentor, that they can tutor in life. You know what I mean? Just remind them that your situation isn't how it's always going to be. You know what I mean? You know, and it's tough. You know what I mean? Well, Elsa, feel free to watch Turtles. Deuces. But we got to focus our attention on doing that right now. You know what I mean? So we got a chance, you know, we got a chance, and we can do that right now, you know? So it starts with responsible parenting. There you go. I don't even know what that comment came from real fast. Elsa, I'm not sure what that comment came from. I don't know what you're going for with that. Like, if this isn't a conversation that you feel is personally, yeah, right there. Yeah. To put that on blast right here. Someone just said, CJ, you were a great videographer, but now that now you become a mild-mannered philosopher, I'm losing viewers fast. First thing I'm going to approach, I don't care. Like, if you're not here, if you don't feel like this message is for you, I don't care, because it's a message that is important and it's from my heart. And I feel that if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It needs to be said. It needs to be heard. That's my opinion. That's my view. But again, it's CJ TV. So you're going to hear a lot about how CJ feels. 68 people watching you on Twitch, yet 530 are watching Turtles and Chill. So are you recommending that I go out and find turtles to film right now? Is that the idea that you have? Or that I go out in the middle of the night and try to find something that I can put my camera in front of? But if you have things that you feel are video worthy that I can go ahead and jump into, and you can fit that into the structure of the construct of the life that I live right now, I'd love to do it. But your input would be more important, geared towards helping find productive ways to give you maybe some content that would be productive for your viewership, as opposed to comparing me to Turtles and Chill, which I will check out tonight now. And it'll probably have 531 people watching it, because I don't know what turtles are doing when they chill, but it sounds pretty interesting to me. Just saying. Loki Mantis. Hey, Loki, I don't know what you got going, but I'll check you out. Yeah. If you guys want to check out Loki Mantis on Twitch when you get done here, bop on over and see what's up. General Flynn, yeah. Hey. Sofa King, we totted for Joey. Yeah. Hey, it is CJTV, not Elson TV. Yeah. So raid Loki Mantis. Go ahead, y'all. Jump in there and check out Loki. If you're on Twitch, yo, check it out. But hey, for real, this comment right here, guys, was a great videographer. When there's things worth filming, when there's stuff that I can go out and videograph, I'm on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you for all the love that I'm getting on the other side of that, guys. But really, were you not watching? Like we were watching a protest. You know, we were watching people getting pepper sprayed and whatnot. I'm not going to jump out there and put myself in a position where, for no good reason, I have to put on my bulletproof vest and get on all my gear, grab my trauma kit, and do all of that just so I can have some people throw some snowballs at me and possibly pull a gun on me and shoot me for what, 100 people walking through the streets, being mad at the police and smashing the Starbucks. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. I pray to God that a Kenosha doesn't happen again. And if that's what you're basing it off of, Elsid, the fact that I was in the thick of something, that this massive tragedy that was happening in a place that it shouldn't have happened, when it shouldn't, and none of that, all of that, like the fact that I happened to be there for that and I was able to do what I do and apply my skill set towards that, that was God putting me there. I mean, that's the only way I'm going to describe it. You can't plan that stuff. You know what I mean? I would never want it to. So yeah, so there's plenty of stuff. Yeah, Jen, the aquarium. Yeah, dude, there's plenty of stuff. And that's the thing. Matt, boom, you hit on the head. So many viewers there. It's violence porn, guys. Like, people are addicted to seeing chaos. And I get it, man. I get it. I totally understand it. You talk trash about people that are like, man, these assholes are driving too slow. There's a car accident up here, blah, 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 blah. You're mad at them because driving slow to look at the car accident is backing up your traffic. But I guarantee you, when you get up to the accident, you're peeping. That's just what it is. It's the morbid curiosity of people. You know what I mean? We can offer something else here, though. Eldon or Erlin or Erlin, whatever your name was. I apologize. And I'm not trying to crack on you too much. I appreciate your compliment and the accolade there for being a videographer. I really do. I'm not trying to put you on blast in a negative way. I just want you to appreciate that there's more that we can do with these things too, as a collective. Like, we can have a conversation here. You know what I mean? We can all chit chat here. There's a couple hundred people. We got 60 people on Twitch. We got like 200 people on Facebook, a couple people on YouTube, whatever, whatever. If I feel like right now, I was watching this kid last night and he was talking to his sister, and his sister was like, he was so excited. He's like, I got my first viewer for my gaming show tonight. Blah, blah. Oh, that's so cool. And they were going through it, chatting it up. And, he left the room and she got in the camera. She was like, he doesn't know that I'm his viewer. Like, I set up a dummy account, like a ghost account, so that I could go in there and be a viewer, you know what I mean, to give him some support. And I was like, oh man, that's really cool that she did that. And then I kind of went into that little rabbit hole, and this one kid was addressing someone who was like talking trash to him. And he's like, oh, you only have 10 viewers. You're such a loser. And he was like, that's cool, man. I appreciate your view and opinion. This kid's probably 13, 12 years old. And he was like, but think about it like this, man. I'm just playing a video game. And if that was like 10 people sitting in my room behind me, just watching me play a video game, how cool is that? And then he was like, let me ask you, do you have 10 friends that you can invite over right now that would just sit in your bedroom with you and watch you play a video game? And I was just like, boom. There you go, man. Way to put that on point. You know what I mean? Like, right now we got a couple hundred people, and I felt like if there was a room of 300 people sitting in front of me, like, what could I say to everybody that might make me feel like I've done something productive with my day? Like I've contributed something to the world in a positive way, especially coming off the wings of watching people get pepper sprayed and hearing a bunch of like angry, negative jeers. If I had 300 people captive in front of me and I could say something worth saying, yeah, I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity. Like I said, like we were saying, CJTV, the reason that I'm doing this is because it gives me a platform to help do something, more than what I was doing, and take all of my life experience and things that I have gone through and hopefully put it into a way where people can do something productive and positive with it. You know what I mean? So Loki Mantis streams gaming. Well, hey, if y'all want to watch game streamers, we don't game, but hit me up, man. DM me or whatever, or whisper me or whatever it is on Twitch, and maybe we can jump into a game together or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Toby, thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you, man. Did you see the rant from? No, I missed it, Bill. I did hear about it. Billy Moncur, about the mayor from West Texas. Heard he went off. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I think we had some like 500 viewers earlier this evening anyway. So just on Facebook. So whatever. You know what I mean. But people are used to seeing me out in the streets. You know what I mean. You know what I mean? Queen Anne Scramble versus Virus Inballard, best shit ever. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. You're talking about the over off of well, they've got the world famous one that's right down there on the off Aurora. Yeah, that's one you're talking about, I think. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it, man. I feel like right here's a place for us to have a conversation, you guys. Like, you can say whatever you want here. I mean, as long as it's not hate or geared towards violence, and have a conversation with other people. I mean, I don't game. There's plenty of people that'll just sit and watch people play video games because maybe it's a good looking individual, or but or maybe it's just because it's something to watch, man. It's entertaining. I got stuck binge watching what is the Last Kingdom, the Uhtred from Beppenberg, and that was just tuning me out, right? But hey, if we can all chit chat in here and find a way to help edify our souls and lift each other up, good stuff, man. You know what I mean? Poop. There, I said something non-hateful. Master Strib, my good looking out. That's dropping it on him. But man, I don't really have a favorite dinner place, Telling Andrew I said what? Yeah. Hey Tracy, send me. Hey, would you send me a copy of that pic? I remember that night. I remember the night we took that picture down in Portland. That was a cool. I remember having the conversation. That was cool. That was a very cool moment. Yeah. Yeah. Dave Net, man, I'm hoping to get over there. So one of the things that I'm hoping to do with the show, the stream, as we move forward, and we're planning down the line, guys. So we got a lot of stuff on the horizon. So don't think because you're not seeing me out here a lot that it's because, like, what did Dr. Dre say? Talking about being in the lab with a pad and a pen trying to get this damn label off. What, you think I fell off because I've been in the lab with a pad and a pen trying to get this damn label off? That line. And they forgot about Dre, that type of thing. That's basically the role we're in right now, man. We're doing a lot of things, getting things ready to roll for the future, which is cool. So that being said, that some game streamers are good looking. They are. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but so the cool part is that we got things lined up. So we got some real cool cultural immersion things that we're going to be doing, which is super cool. Really excited about that. Which is stuff like we're talking about the Vikings and doing some. I have Scottish heritage. That's where I'm from. Clan Keith is from East Lothian. It's northeastern Scotland. But growing up, my grandmother used to always take us to the Scottish Highland Games, and I was always like, "Man, it's so cool!" Guys doing the caber toss, the hammer throw, like all these cool things. And so for me, like I've been, wanting to go and like compete in the games at some point, and I was hoping that this summer was going to be the one, but COVID hit, and so I'm thinking that, as we move forward, those are things that really we need to expose people to, is like these cultural opportunities, people to kind of take a look at what's happening in different people's lives. So without saying too much, we have a lot of stuff coming up, so it's going to be really cool. Yeah, have I talked to Lakota since the Kenosha? Yeah. I've caught up with Kenosha or Lakota a couple times. That's another good dude. He's been kind of on low key. Lakota out in Kenosha, who's a good dude. Lakota, if you guys don't remember, was he was my first guide. Like, well, thank you, Trisha. Lakota was the dude who, like, he came up to me in the middle of all the chaos and was like, "Hey, I'm new to this. Would you mind if I just job shadow you, kind of watch what you're doing and do it with you?" And I was like, "Sure thing, man." The first thing I think we did was like, there was this credit union was on fire, and I was trying to so my goal was to like help put the fire out so the fire department can go focus on the building that was in the residential area. So I was trying to do it with my phone, so I handed him my feed, and I was like, "Here, hold this." And I went up and I was like pulling these boards off of a building that were on fire, and like trying to kick these beams that were on the base of the building that were burning to get the fire off the building. And I guess on the scanner they were like, "Oh, CJ's starting fires," and then like someone else popped on the scanner and they were like, "No, he's putting fires out. He's putting fires out. It's okay." And then like a policeman rolled up, like right away they showed up, and I was out there like stomping out fires and stuff. And the policeman was like, "What are you doing, man?" And I was like, "I need a fire extinguisher." And he's like, "I don't think we have one, but we found one." And we were able to put out some of the fire. And see a picture, send to your phone. Hey, thank you, Tracy. And then we got some of it out, but I was still trying to get the beams that were burning. They were like these railroad ties that were burning at the base of the building. And I was trying to like stomp those away, shout out Timberland, brand endorsement right there. Timberland boots, the boot of all streamers. And then the fire department rolled through and they stopped for a split second. They had like this high powered like fire extinguisher. And they were able to take off. But I turned around and I looked at Lakota and he was just like holding both feeds. And he was like, I don't know if this is what I signed up for, man. Like, I don't know if this is what I want to be doing. So, but he was super cool, man. And the cool part was like, I remember he had like 7 or 8 people on his feed and all locals. And so we were trying to figure out where things were at in the city. And I kept asking him questions. He's like, "Oh, let me ask my people." And I think at that point there was like 20 or 30,000 people live on my feed at that point, tons of people. So I couldn't really get through the frequency, all the, the comments, but he had just enough people that he was able to ask and get an answer right away. So he was just showing us all around the city and he's local. So he took us all through Kenosha. And it was cool, man. Our community is awesome. Cause I was like, listen, like if you want to do this, man, if you want to launch it, like, well, let's go ahead and I'll plug you right now, and we'll blow you up. And I think, like I said, he was trying to break 10 viewers that night. And then we plugged him on our show. And I think he got like 500 viewers immediately, just right off the bat. Like there was just like 500 people in there. And I was just like, yes, man. And like someone just said, he's super well-mannered, like very well-spoken, just an incredibly genuine guy. And so I was like, man, it felt really good to have that happen, right there. I met some other great people that are going through rough times too, like Kevin. It's just, it's tough because he's having a rough go at it. But he's kind of more of an investigative journalist. And so that's where it's tough for him. Cause I think he really tries, he's kind of poking the bear, which is tough because you do that enough and people are going to, like what happened tonight with Primetime Patriot. You know what I mean? Like you get in people's face enough, like, hey, what's up? You might find out what's up and it might not be what you want to be up or whatever. So yeah, it can be pretty crazy out there sometimes. Oh man, you're a COD person, huh? I don't even have a gaming system. Loki Mantis. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'll have to get one eventually. Actually, Derek, if you're watching right now out in Louisville, I remember you said you were gonna go ahead and gift me out your old PS4 because you got the new PS5. If that's the case, man, let me know. Hook a brother up because I missed you on that Pocky Chip Challenge, which is right behind me over here. If you guys see that one right there, right here. Where was it at? Right here. There we go. That one right there. Hottest chip in the world, man. It was terrible. we had a group of us. It was going to be me, Andrew, and this guy, our friend Derek out in Louisville. And it just didn't, we kind of fell apart, but I ended up doing it on New Year's Eve. If you guys want to go back and watch the feed on that, it was atrocious. I made it the full hour though, without any food or water. It sucked. It sucked really bad. Hey, Tina. Yeah. Tina's Crafty Life. Yeah, well, I'm glad you were able to see what was happening in Kenosha. You know what I mean? I'm just sad that you had to see that happening in Kenosha. That's what's really tragic. So, yeah, you got a team. Yeah, throw in a couple PS2s, we'll get a PS4. Yeah. I remember that night that the big Antifa dude got in my face. Billy, there's been plenty of nights where people have kind of tried to get in my face. Which night is that? There hasn't really been a lot of big Antifa dudes that have gone. There's not really a lot of big Antifa dudes that I've really come across, really. Yeah, Mary, I got him. He's just out harassing neighborhood cats. He loves to chase cats, man. My dog can be a little tool sometimes. Super hot gummy. No, that sounds tragic, man. I'm not doing hot food anymore. I'm good on that. So, yeah, I tell you guys what, like I figured I was going to hop in and do like a quick 15-minute feed and just kind of talk about what was happening with the the broadcast of protests and how kind of what was going on downtown Seattle, you know, and it is what it is. Turned into almost a 3-hour feed, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just seeing some of these comments just crack me up. But hey, I am going to tune out here though, guys. So I want to tell everyone again, come on over into everyone on Twitch. You know, appreciate you guys jumping in here and being a part of that. BGM Mod 1. Thank you, Tammy. Everyone else on Twitch, appreciate you. Andy, Shay, thank you for jumping in there on YouTube. And then, of course, Tracy and everyone else over here on Facebook. Linda, Kidda, you know what I mean? There's been Tanya. Let me see. You know, there's been plenty of people that come in tonight, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Jen McGregor, thank you. But you guys, I really encourage you, if you're on any of these platforms, set up notifications. It means a lot. And I want to make sure, because it's tough to make sure you're getting notifications. Just because it's I still go on the field. It's just there has to be field worthy stuff happening. Because I don't know, shadow banning and stuff like that happens, so it's tough to know what's going on. But if you do !notify on Facebook, I think you'll get notifications. Maybe that's on YouTube as well. Anyone in the comments can post that up too. And yeah, Loki Mantis. If y'all want to watch someone Twitch gaming, go ahead and check out Loki Mantis over on Twitch. Yeah, you know, hang out. I don't do Twitch. Message me, fun people. Yeah. So !notify on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, go ahead and make sure to hit the like and then follow or whatever, and then notifications, set that up with a little alarm thingy. And then, you know, come on over, check out the Instagram, the IG. We got one. We haven't done a lot with it. We're going to be working more with it. And then we have a TikTok as well. We're going to be putting some videos on there. We got some stuff up there. So far and wide, we're going to be pushing into the realm of social immersion. But and as always, donations are greatly appreciated. You guys help support the stream. All the stream donations that come in, any contributions that come in via the stream, go straight to the stream and help support just that. And the better we do, the better we're going to do for you. So anyway, I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate the support, and I will see you all very soon. Have a blessed night and an even better tomorrow.